All right. Let's get to it. JT, are you on?
Yes, JT sir. On? Good evening. I am on.
What's going on, JT?
What's up?
Not much. Listen, everybody. My name is Christopher Jackson. If you don't know, CJack130 on Instagram. Listen, right now, starting Monday, I'm starting 100K in 100 days challenge, right? $100,000 in 100 days, okay? So if you haven't joined my Facebook group, my private Facebook group, go ahead and join the private Facebook group. 100K in 100 days. Let's be trying to make it happen. I want you guys to see every part of it, okay? So before we get started, just kind of give you a little background on the class, and then we introduce ourselves, and then we'll jump right into it. All right, so the class is a 3-day course, all right? 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. After the 3 days, the class is not over. You get 30 days free in our Discord chat. In our Discord chat, we trade live together. We have Q&A sessions. We're going to have weekly Q&A sessions or daily Q&A sessions as well. So that's why I want you guys to learn how to swim. We're not going to throw you in the ocean and tell you to go swim. Okay, we're going to throw you in the ocean. We're going to jump in with you. We're going to have a life jacket for you. And we want you to start paper trading, okay? Paper trading is trading with fake money. You get $200,000 of fake money that you can trade Monday through Friday on the real market. So whatever happens on the real market, if you trade real money, the exact same thing is happening with fake money, okay? This is going to get you used to doing what you're doing. It's going to get you used to trading, okay? And get you used to trading. All right, and then from there, we're just going to take it day by day. Day by day, you're going to start gradually getting better and gradually getting understanding the process and the strategies. And you can ask live questions. We trade live every day. Every day at 9:15, JT, she will put out a link. And when she put that link out, you can join into that link, and all of us are on that link trading live every single day. It's normally jumping between 9:30 and 12 o'clock. After 12 o'clock kind of dies down some. People that either made their money for the day or they lost their money for the day and they're waiting for tomorrow, right? So, but we do that every day. We are a small community of people. We are family, though, right? We are family. We got one goal in mind. That's to make money off the stock market, okay? All right, so let's do this. JT, before we get started, everybody, where are you from? Tell me where you from. Feel free to blurt it out. Where you from? Put it in the chat. Talk to us.
Charlotte, Virginia.
Cali,
Illinois, Florida,
Houston, Texas.
San Diego, California.
Maryland, Virginia.
Florida.
Atlanta, DC, Norfolk,
Rock Hill, Carolina,
Houston, Texas.
Pittsburgh.
Detroit. Over in Tampa, bro.
Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
I don't like
Richmond,
Tampa.
Virginia.
North Carolina.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Right. Nice. Michigan, Detroit, Texas, Cali,
Pittsburgh.
Miami, Long Beach,
Salinas,
Atlanta.
Are we from everywhere? Alabama, West Virginia. Okay.
Salter, South Carolina.
You say Charleston? Did you say Charleston?
Salters.
Oh, that's my wife. I'm from Salter, South Carolina. I might kick you out. everybody say hello to my beautiful wife. She's in the
Hello. Hello.
She's the reason why I can be in this. She's the reason why I can take 3 hours away from my baby kids. I have baby kids, y'all. If you don't know what baby kids is, that means you're too young to be in this course. Everybody should know what the movie Baby Kids were. And that's what my kids are. Okay. All right. So, we got people from everywhere, from Cali, Texas, to Michigan, to uptown, downtown, New York, everywhere. That's what's up. I love it. We got people from my hometown, Rock Hill. But this is what we're gonna do. JT, introduce yourself to everyone. Also, please, everybody mute your phones. But JT, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
All right. Good evening, guys. Okay, I'm off mute. Good evening, guys. I'm JT, as Chris said. Not JT Automation, but my name is JT. Chris actually taught me how to trade. Best day of my life. It was 2 years ago this month, actually, Father's Day weekend. First time I took Chris class. Yep, 2 years ago. Chris is an awesome teacher. You'll see once he starts talking, he's into it. I'm glad to be here with you all and working with you all. I will be in the chat, so if there's any questions that you have throughout, the class, just definitely put it in the chat, and I'll definitely respond, and Chris will answer some questions out loud. But again, I'm glad to be here with you. It's going to be a great class, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, perfect. Thank you, JT. So just to give you some background about me, trade stock options. I love trading stock options. Listen, that's one thing you're gonna realize. I love trading stock options. I'm married. I got 4 kids. 3 of them are baby kids. The other one is 14, so she's almost grown. But got three little boys and baby kids. My 14-year-old, that's my daughter, and I am in the Rock Hill, Charlotte area. I grew up in the Rock Hill, Charlotte area, so this is my hometown. I have a degree from Winthrop University. I also have a degree from Walden University, master's from Walden. But with all that information, this right here, stock options, is like my baby. I found about this how I found out about stock options. Me and my wife was down in Myrtle Beach one time. We was in Myrtle Beach. We went down there for a Valentine's Day weekend, and we was at the bar, and we was at the bar, and we had some having some drinks and eating some food. And the guy who worked at the actual hotel came, and he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to do this wine tasting? We doing something new at the hotel." Like, sure, let's go ahead and do it. So we sat down at the table, and when we sat down at this table, another couple came across, like 5, 6 couples came across, and one person said, "Man, we've been on vacation for 8 weeks." I looked around and said, "Good gracious, 8 weeks? I've been out here for 2 days." It's already getting expensive, right? So I'm like, okay, I wanted to find out exactly what this guy did, right? So I had a trucking company at the time. So I threw out, "Hey, I got a trucking company." He didn't buy the trucking company. I said, "Okay, I'm looking at doing the HVAC." He didn't buy on the HVAC either. But the couple we was down there with, the guy said, "Hey, I want to learn about the stock market." When I say this dude's eyes lit up, for the next 3 hours, he was buying the shots and talking about the stock market. He was like, "Yeah, man, I just made $1,000 on Tesla before I came down here to this wine tasting." I'm like, "What?" I didn't even know what Tesla was. I didn't Tesla had a car. I didn't know Tesla was a stock. I didn't know anything about the stock market. That's how crazy it is, right? So he told me all that information. He said, "But this is what he said. He said, when you get home, give me a call. I'm gonna set your screen up for you." As soon as I got home, I called him. He set my screen up for me. He threw me in the ocean and told me to start swimming, and I started to drown. Okay, I started to drown, right? But the thing about it was, he showed me this. He told me about this. He didn't have to. He told me about it, and now we are here, and it is a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing. So for now, remember this number. I lost almost 60,000, roughly around $60,000 when I first started trading stock options. The reason why is because growing up and you wasn't wealthy, right? Or you wasn't rich or anything. You're always looking for that one thing, right? To say, okay, if I can do this, I can possibly get over the hump. It's like your whole life you're looking to get over the hump, right? You're trying to do this side hustle. How many people here probably done sold vacuum cleaners and did vacation things, and did the little whole Ponzi scheme type things? You in a pyramid, you got to do all this stuff. We've done all these things trying to find something that's going to get us over the edge. I mean, I sold vacuum cleaners, or tried to at least, right? But you see what I'm saying? But when I found out about stock options, I said, "Holy crap, this is it. This is it right here. Like, this is like, you telling me this, I can make this amount of money and by pushing this button." So when I got into it, I wanted to get it all that day. I wanted to go from 0 to hero on Monday. You see what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do. And so, but I realized $60,000 later, right? I realized that, listen, it's a process. It's a process. And you have to enjoy the process, and you have to go through the process. You cannot go around the process, right? You cannot go around the process. And it's a beautiful thing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, you can sign off right now. I will give you a full refund, because it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. What I'm about to show you is this. I'm about to show you something that you can do every day for the rest of your life. The individual that showed it to me, he's retired. He said he wakes up every morning and make roughly around $1,000 on Tesla or whatever stock he's trading. Then he closes his computer and he goes back to sleep. He lives in Illinois. And so the market opens at 7 o'clock, 8:30 his time. He makes his money and he goes right back to sleep. Right? But it's a process. Okay? It's a process. So just don't think about where you are right now. Don't think about where you will be next after these 3 days. There's going to be a lot of information coming at you, and it's going to feel like a different language, right? So don't think about where you are right now. You think about your first plateau, your first pillar, your first milestone. Think about where you're going to be 6 months from now to a year from now. You're going to look back at life totally different. You're going to feel like I can wake up in the morning and make $200 like that if I want to. Or I can wake up in the morning and make $400 like that if I want to. Or I can wake up in the morning, oh, I lost $300. I'm cool. I can get it back tomorrow. That's what you're going to feel like you have some type of control. If you all read my emails, I always say, take control of your life. Take control of your life. Take control of your life. I'm saying take control of your life because once you start trading stock options, you feel like you have control of your life. That job you go to right now that you hate going to, that job is not going to be that bad now when you start trading stock options, because you're going to feel like this job is an option. I can stay here if I want to, or I don't have to stay here. But when you go to that job right now, it's mandatory because this job is what's paying your bills. So since this is the job that's paying your bills, this job is a task for you. But when you're trading stock options, you have something totally different. You have something totally different going on where you're making money trading stock options. Now that job is not a task. That job is a choice. And anytime when you have a choice, you can have a choice to keep it or lose it. You don't have to deal with the attitudes, the people getting mad at you, getting written up for being late, going to lunch, all this stuff. I go to lunch when I want to go to lunch, right? When you realize you got the authority and power of your life. If I want to go to lunch at 10:30, I go lunch at 10:30. Why I got with 12 o'clock? All those things. Don't let me get rambling on that, right? But so that's the power and authority that I want you to get. It's not about, we're not in this chasing money. The money will come trading stock options. But what you have to do is be disciplined and understand where you are in the process. So what I do is I like to break this thing down. I call it, you got to court the stock market, right? You got to court the stock market. I call it the R&B of stock market, right? It's 4 steps to it. It's 4 levels to it, right? And you can put this down. I want everybody to have like a handy dandy notebook. I got a handy dandy notebook right here. Also, I have like a trading journal, and I'll tell y'all about the trading journal later on, but like a handy dandy notebook, right? And in that handy dandy notebook, you're going to write a book today. But not today, over this the 3 classes, you're going to write a book, and each book is going to have a chapter. If you follow those chapters, you're going to get the understanding of what this market is. Okay. So in your handy dandy notebooks, I want you to put down Tevin Campbell. Okay. Tevin Campbell. You say, Chris, Tevin Campbell, what does Tevin Campbell have to do with the stock market, right? So when you think about the stock market, you've heard, if you even heard about the stock market, right? It's been a distant thing, right? It's been something that in your household, you probably didn't pay attention to. Nobody probably mentioned the stock market at all in your household growing up. But think about Tevin Campbell. If you've never seen the video, Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? The purpose of the song and the purpose of the video is Tevin Campbell has found a lady that he thinks is beautiful, right? And he wants to talk to this lady, right? Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I just want to know your name. The same thing with the stock market. You see that this stock market, you see people talking about the stock market. Oh, they talk about trading options. It's like this glittery thing that you see, and you're like, I don't know if I should go and talk to her. I don't know if I should give her a try, because I heard people say they lost money. I heard people say this, that, and the third, right? So now you're hesitant on if you want to do it. But now Tevin Campbell has built up the confidence to go and talk to this lady. And he went and talked to the lady, and he got her phone number, got her name. The same thing, that's what you're doing right now, this very moment. You built up the confidence to say, okay, I want to come and talk to the stock market. I want to know the stock market's name. So can we talk? That's why you're in this class right now. Okay, that's exactly why you're in this class right now. So that's phase 1. You're in phase 1 right now. Okay, you're in phase 1 right now. That's Tevin Campbell. All right, now phase 2. Phase 2 is Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, that song called Perfect, right? When you after the class, take the time, go to YouTube, type in Ed Sheeran and type in the song Perfect. Okay, this song is telling us about a guy that found a lady, and this lady is everything he ever wanted in life. Everything he ever wanted in life, this is what this lady is. Okay, and she's beautiful, she's this, she's that, she's everything that he's wanted. He's falling in love with her. On their first date, he has started to fall in love with her and he can't stop thinking about her. The same way with the stock market. Y'all, you will fall in love. You are about to fall in love with this stock market because you're going to feel like this stock market is the way out that you've been looking for your entire life. Think about everything you've done to try to get $1. Think about that time where the lights is going to be cut off on the 15th and it's the 14th at 9 o'clock at night, and you still have not gotten that money for the 15th at 3:30, your light's going to be cut off. Think about everything that you had to do, right, in life to try to make $1. How many times you had to wake up at 6 in the morning, be at work, take the kids to daycare, get to work on time at 8 o'clock. You get to work at 8 o'clock or 8:01, 8:02, and your manager mad at you, you got to work at 8:02, and they don't even know that you had to do all this stuff before you got to work to get to work at 8:02, right? But they mad about 2 minutes. Think about all these things. Now you're falling in love because you feel like this is the perfect person, the perfect thing for you. And that's what that video Ed Sheeran Perfect is about, and that song is about. Take the time to go watch it tonight, okay? That's phase 2. You're falling in love, all right? Now, during this phase 2, you're falling in love. You're learning about the stock market. You're going through this course, and all those good things. You're excited. You're happy. You got the butterflies in your stomach. You know when the man or the woman go to each other's house. Listen, back when me and my wife was dating, whenever I went to her house, I brushed my hair, make sure I got the fresh tape line and everything good. And I'm sure she's over there making sure her hair was all good and all that stuff. But now she walk around with a bonnet. You see what I'm saying? Like she doesn't. It's terrible, right? I'm just kidding, babe. I love you. But anyway, but you know how it was when you first. You know how it was when you was in that when you was in that puppy love stage when you first met, right? Now, after all that puppy love stage, what happens next? Now it's time you start trading. You start trying to implement what you've learned, and you're trying to start trading. Phase 3 is new edition. Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? Storms will come. This we know for sure, right? But tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Listen, in this stock market, the rain is going to come down and you're going to thank you in Hurricane Katrina, right? Because you're going to be like, what's going on? I was in the market. I was up 200. Next thing you know, boom, it fell down. You're going to have to go through those stages. Okay, you're gonna have to go through the stage. It's the same thing when you and your significant other starts to argue. You have a fight, you have an argument, and you just like, man, I'm gonna tear your head off. Like, just leave me alone. Like, bro, get out. You see what I'm saying? Like all that stuff. But you realize that, listen, in order for I'm learning my spouse at this time frame. I'm learning what makes her happy, what makes her sad, why she's mad, what happened in her past. These are the same things you're currently learning in the stock market during phase 3, new edition, Can You Stand the Rain? You're understanding why the stock market has decided to go down. What is the historical data telling me when SPY hits 400? What does the historical data say, right? You're learning all of these things, okay? So this is what you're learning during this phase 3 process. The phase 3 process is one of the most important processes because now you're trying to implement what you have learned, and every time is not going to be golden. It's not going to be beautiful. You have to stand the rain, right? You got to stand the rain, okay? Now, phase 4, baby face. Every time I close my eyes, okay? Listen, go watch the videos. Go watch New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? Go watch Babyface. Every time I close my eyes. Every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that I got you. Babyface was singing to a woman. When I sing to my wife, I say, Lord, baby, I thank you that I got you. I thank the Lord that I got you. And what you're going to start doing is this. You're going to say, every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that I have this freaking stock market. I'm telling you, that's what's going to start happening once you get through phase 3. Phase 3 to go to phase 4. Phase 4 is the most beautiful thing in the world. You're going to be like, listen, I just made $500. I just made $400. You're going to be like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Like, seriously, credit card bills are going to be paid off. You right? You're going to start paying your mortgage from the stock market. You're going to start paying your car payments from the stock market. You're going to start seeing that your paycheck is going to hit your account and you don't have to use it if you don't want to. All these things will start to happen, but you have to make it through phase 3. And phase 3 takes the longest. Okay? It takes the longest. But when you get to baby face, Lord have mercy. Okay? Y'all with me? All right, everybody with me. Y'all good? Y'all good?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sounding good.
Yeah, we good. We good.
Yeah, we good.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
sir.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, let's make this thing happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into it. Give me one moment, okay?
Can you stand the rain?
Can you stand the rain? We're going to make it to an R&B. We just going to make it to an R&B. Everybody take yourself off mute. We're going in the melody before we get started. Let's go. Who did start singing? Start it off. Let's go. Can you stand the rain? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let's go.
On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you.
Hey.
That's not possible.
Come on, Rhonda.
Let's go.
Cause I need somebody who will stand by me.
Hey, y'all quit it.
That's right.
Oh, man.
We need some harmonization in here.
Right
Harmonization.
Sunny days.
Oh.
I had to mute y'all, man. Listen, I had to mute y'all. I love it. That's dope. That's dope, man. Listen, I had to mute y'all, man. Give me one. Somebody felt it, right? They was about to get into it. I don't know who that was, but they was about to get into it. Y'all give me 1 second to pull up my screen and we gonna get started, okay? There we go. Perfect. All right, be one more second, y'all. Can everybody, you all can hear me clear? If you can hear me clear, just give me just put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clear. I feel like I'm getting some feedback that I don't want. Yeah, okay. Good. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. Let's jump into it. First thing we're going to talk about is a few things. We're going to go over a lot of things in this course. We're going to go over what stock options. We're going to go over strategies. We're going to go over, also, before I do this, JT will be in the chat, everybody. JT will be in the chat. Any questions that you may have, just put it in the chat. JT is going to answer. We're going to have a lot of stops where we do Q&A sessions. So listen, don't even stress about that. But JT will be in the chat answering your questions. So if you have a question, put it in there. Also, you can raise your hand, and once you raise your hand, we'll answer your question there as well. Okay. All right. So basically, we have an overview to go over overview of the course. What stock options, strategies. We're gonna go over day trading, scalping, swing trading. Go through risk management, emotions, all that good stuff. Right. We're gonna break down the platform that we're gonna be using. Going over candlesticks, supporters. It's gonna go over a lot. Right. But in your book, the main things that I want you to write down, I'm gonna tell you when it's time to write those things down. Okay. And from there, that's the book that you're going to write, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. All right. First thing first, what is a stock? Now, when I first started trying to learn how to trade and understand what was going on in the stock market, I could not grasp the lingo, right? The lingo was just too much for me. I'm like, what are they talking about? I have no idea when they say, what is a strike price? And what is this? What is that? I kept getting so many different definitions that I didn't understand it. So I had to seriously sit down and break everything down and put it in the simplest form, okay? Simplest form. So first thing first, what is a stock? I'm going to give you the technical definition, then I'm going to break it down in my definition so you guys can understand, okay? So what is a stock? A stock, also known as an equity, is a security that represents the ownership of a fraction of a corporation. This entitles the owner of the stock to a proportion of the corporation's assets and profits equal to how much stock they own. Units of stocks are called shares. Okay, so basically, y'all, what a stock is. This is what a stock is. When you have ownership of a stock, you hear somebody say a stock, also they call shares. When you have ownership in a company, if you have a share in a company, that means you have ownership in that company. You have a piece of that company. So for example, if Apple is worth $100 and you have one share of Apple, that means you have $100 in a base of Apple, right? So if Apple goes up to 102, now you have 102, you made $2 profit, okay? But basically what a stock is a share, and you have ownership of that company. You go buy Nike, you have ownership in Nike. If you go buy FedEx, you have ownership in FedEx, okay? The stock market is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. That's when we can trade stock options, between 9:30 a.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? It's closed on weekends and all major holidays. Listen, I'm about to tell you, your weekends, your holidays, you're going to hate them. Listen, we know them right now because we work at 9 to 5. We love when Friday 5 p.m. come because we got Saturday off, Sunday off, right? But now you're going to be like, crap, I hate Saturday and Sunday because I can't trade, right? I can't make any money. So you're like, I don't like Saturdays and Sundays, right? So in all major holidays, you cannot trade. So it's roughly about 200 and I think like 250 something trading days in a year on average. And trust me, if you make roughly around $330 something a day on average, you have made over $100,000 a year. I think it's like $330 to $400, something like that. But you made over $100,000 for the year. Okay. And that's my goal to get you in. That's my goal. I want to make everyone that takes the class, everyone that's in that Discord chat, everyone that's in our family, I want to eventually, I don't care if it takes 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, I want you to be able to make $100,000 in the stock market. And it's only thing you have to do is roughly, you have to learn how to make on average $350 a day. That's it. Okay. All right. Next. What is a stock option? Okay. Once again, I'm gonna read the technical definition. I'm gonna give you my definition, right? So an option is a contract which conveys its owner, the holder, the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset or instrument at a specific strike price, specified strike price, prior to or on a specified date. depending on the form of the option. Okay, y'all, this is what a stock option is. Say, for example, I have a house. Okay, I say, JT, I'm going to give you my house for a whole week, right? And for that whole week, you're going to give me $100 for that whole week. But you can make however much money you want to with this house. You can make $500, you can make $600, you can make $700, whatever you want to do. But before the end of the week, you either have to buy this stock, buy this house from me, or you can sell it to somebody else. If you make $300 and sell it to somebody else, you keep all the $300 that you actually made, and it's yours. I don't want anything from it. Think about it as lease to own. Okay, someone is giving you something for a specified time frame. I might be for a whole year, or maybe for 5 weeks, maybe for 2 weeks, maybe for 2 days, right? They're giving something to you, but you have to either sell it or you have to buy it from them before the specified date, expiration date, okay? And if you sell it beforehand, you get to keep all the profits. You keep everything, all right? Okay, so what are some important things about the stock options? Expiration date is the most important thing about the stock options, in my opinion, right? Because that means if you buy it on Monday and it has to be sold by Friday, okay? You have to remember your expiration dates, okay? You have to remember your expiration date. It's in the system, but you got to make sure that you sell it by Friday at 4 p.m. because it expires. You don't have any ownership in it, okay? You're just leasing it. Okay, you're leasing it. All right, that's what a stock option is. All right, advantage of trading options over stocks. Okay, you have advantages and you have disadvantages. Okay, so some of the advantages of trading options over stock, you get them at a discounted price. Okay, a discounted price. Say, for example, if you wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple, right, and say Apple was trading $100. If you wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple, you would spend $10,000. $10,000 for 100 shares of Apple, okay? But if I wanted to buy an option contract for Apple and I want to get 100 shares, I may spend $100 or $110, or I might spend $80 for 100 shares of Apple. And I make just as much money or more money than I would if I bought the actual stock. That's the power of it. We're getting these, we're able to get these places or these stocks at a discounted rate, and we're getting hundreds of them. But the only thing about it is we have to sell it by expiration date. Okay. So once again, it's like this with the house. Someone gave me 5 houses and they say, Chris, these 5 houses, I'm gonna give you these 5 houses. They cost $100,000 a piece, but I'm gonna give them to you for $100 a piece. And you can do whatever you want to them for a whole week. Use your imagination. Whatever you want to do with it for a whole week to make money off of them. If you make $10,000 off of those houses, you keep the $10,000. As long as when Friday come, you either buy these houses from me or you sell these houses to somebody else, I ain't got no problem with it. Okay? Like I was just stating, one contract of in this option is worth 100 shares. Okay, so you might spend $100 for 100 shares. You might spend $50 to get 100 shares. Okay. The third advantage is you can potentially make more money with a low investment. You can make more money with a low investment. Okay. Make more money with the low investment. All right. Now the disadvantages. You do not have any ownership of the stock. If you buy an option contract in Apple, you have the expiration date you have to sell it by. You do not own that stock. It's like you renting a place. Listen, don't go over there painting my walls in my rental property. You don't own it. You're renting it from me. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's like when you say you don't have any ownership of it. Okay. Now, if you bought the stock, you can paint those walls red, green, blue, because it's yours. All right. But these options are not yours. Our thing is, listen, we don't want to own them. We just want to make some money off of them and ship them off to the next person. All right. Okay. Next thing is, it kind of ties hand in hand with ownership. You must sell by a particular expiration date. You must sell by the expiration date. If the expiration date is this Friday, that means you have to sell the contract by Friday. If not, you lose whatever you invested in. If you invested 100 into it, you will lose that $100. Okay. Next thing is you potentially lose more money on a low investment. Okay. So say if you put $100 in, if that stock goes the opposite way, if you want it to go up and it goes down, you can lose your $100. But you only can lose what you put in. If you put $100 in, you only can lose 100. If you put $20 in, you only can lose 20. Okay. But the thing about it is, if you bought the stock and the stock went down $100, you don't lose until you sell. Okay. Because we know about the stock market always goes up over time. It always goes up. So if you lose $100 in the stock market and you own Apple shares, it goes down $100. So what? Boom, it's gonna go back up eventually. Boom, there you go. All right. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. All right. Next thing, types of options. Types of options. Types of options. Types of options. All right. Call options. What is a call option? This is the technical definition. I'm gonna give you my definition. A call option is a contract that allows the option holder, the buyer, to buy 100 shares, typically at the strike price up to the defined expiration date. A call option indicates the buyer believes the stock price will increase. Okay, y'all, this is the definition for a call option. A call option is you believe the stock price will increase. Okay, you think the stock price will go from $100 to 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. And when you think the stock price is going to go up, you buy a call. All right, you buy a call. Okay, definition of a put option. The technical definition says put option is a contract that allows the option holder to sell 100 shares, typically at a strike price up to the defined expiration date. A put option indicates what? The buyer believes the stock price will decrease. Listen, what's the definition of a put? You believe the stock price is going to drop down. It's going to decrease. It's going to go from 100 to 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. You think it's going to go down, okay? But the beautiful thing about this is I do not care if the stock market goes up or if it goes down. I can care less. I don't care. I don't care what you do, stock market. Go up, go down. I can care less. Why do I care less? Because if it goes up, I can get in with a call and make money. If it goes down, I can get in with a put and make money. This is going to be very bad, what I'm about to say. Every morning I wake up, I hope the stock market crash. Because when the stock market crash, the only thing you see is big boulders dropping, big red candlesticks going down. The only thing I see is money, 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 money. That's it. Because when it's dropping down, the whole world is scared. The whole market is scared. Oh, wow, the interest rates, inflation is at an all-time high, and this, that, and the third. And you just see the stock market just fall, dropping down $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. Your account is going up $500, $600, $700. It's like the best feeling in the world, but it's the scariest feeling in the world at the same time. It's crazy. The first time I made some money in the stock market, I think not the first time I made money, the first time I made $900 in the stock market, right? I was in the stock, it was in a put, and the thing started going down. It was going down. It was going down. My hands started getting sweaty. Next thing you know, everything just went chaotic in the house. The kids started crying. I'm like, holy crap, what's going on? I like, listen, I need the whole world to stop because I don't know what's going on, but I do know I see my P&L profit and loss is in the positive 600, positive 700, positive 800, positive, let me sell this. Sell. Let me take them $900. And y'all, when that happened, I was done. I was hooked. I was sprung. T-Pain, I'm sprung. Okay, it's over. Nothing else to talk about, okay? So listen, we don't care if the market goes up or down, y'all. The thing what I'm going to show you and thing that we're going to show you through this whole process, we're going to teach you the story so you can understand the story of the stock market. Once you understand the story, you can make money. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful love story. You just got to understand the story. That's what we're going to break down, okay? So call options, we think the stock is going up. Put options, we think the stock is going down, okay? All right, JT, let's stop right there right quick. Do we have any questions in the chat? Oh, my bad, JT. Let me let you take it off. There you go.
Oh, so Rhonda just said, so you really don't lose money until you sell?
No, that's false. You do lose money, right? You can lose. So when you have the stock, you don't lose money until you sell. With stock options, if you think the stock is going to go up and it start going down, you start losing money.
Right. So someone was asking about you recording. Can we rewind and take notes? Because it'll be on the portal.
Oh yeah, everything is recorded. You're going to have access to today's class. You're going to have access to the previous classes we have, and then you're going to have access to all the future classes we have. And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys something that's going to be awesome and going to be great. It's going to be freaking amazing as well. Okay. So yeah, you have access to this. So if you have to go back and rewatch it 15 million times, by all means. And also you're going to have access to the self-paced course as well. We have a self-paced course that you guys are going to have access to as well. Okay.
All right. How do you know when to buy a put option versus selling a put option?
We're going to get into all of that for you. We're going to get into all that nitty gritty good stuff for you. Okay. So don't even worry about it. We'll get into that for you. We're going to teach. That's why I say, when I say understand the story, we're going to teach you that story so you can sit there and say, okay, right now I see that the stock market is doing this, is about to go up. Okay, let me get in. Okay. Somebody said, what's the self-paced course? The self-paced course is basically the class, right? But we broke it down into a self-paced course where you take tests, answer questions, go through every stage step by step. It's for whatever your learning style is, right? So and the more you take the class, you watch the replays, you're gonna find nuggets that I be saying that you didn't catch the first time because you were finally learning a new language. And then once you go back and you understand the language, you're gonna be like, okay, this is what he said, all that good stuff.
All right, Chris, I got a direct message. So you don't have to start with a large amount of money?
No. Listen, I tell everybody, when you first start, I say start off with at least, I've seen people start off with $200, $100, $300. But what you have to understand is what we're going to get into is what type of return on your investment are you looking at? You put in the 100, how much are you looking to get back? Maybe looking to get back 10 to 15, $20, right? Well, our first target is, right. So our first target is you want to make 10 to 20% return on our investment off our trades. Okay. So if you put a 500 in, you may looking to get 50 to 100 back, right? But is that all you can get? No, it's not. But that's our target. And the thing about it is, once you understand the story, you will know if there's a potential to make more money. For example, last Friday, I put $700 in and made $2,300, right? But that Tuesday, I put in maybe like 1,000, only made 150 or 200 or 400, whatever it was I made that day, right? But it's different because what type of return on your investment you're looking for and what the market is actually giving you. Is the market in an upward trend today? We can ride this baby out, or is it in a downward trend where we can ride that baby down, or is it bouncing up and down? It's ranging, going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's all about what the market is doing.
All right, Chris, if we buy puts and the price goes up, do we lose money?
Yes. When you buy puts, you want the price to go down. If I get in on a put and the price is roughly around $100, I want it to go from 100 to 99, 98, 97, so on and go down. Same thing for a call. If I get into a call wanting the stock to go up and it goes down, I'm losing money. That's how you lose the money, by the stock going the opposite way of what you want it to go.
All right. Someone asked, what's your take on options trading versus Forex trading or binary option?
I've never traded Forex at all. Listen, I found something that I love and I stuck with it. Like my wife, I found somebody I love and I stuck with her, right? I ain't go date everybody else. I stuck with her. So that's what I trade. I trade stock options. Now, I can't really give you my take on Forex. I don't trade Forex.
All right. And do you get taxed on your profits?
Yes, you do. Uncle Sam won't his, but check this out. Listen, if I made $1,000, I give Uncle Sam that 30. Take that $30. I'm 900. Take that 30%. I'm 900 up still, whatever the percentage is. Or take that 300, whatever it is. You can have it. You see what I'm saying? But yes, you do get taxed. But TD Ameritrade, your broker, whoever your broker is, they will give you your documents at the end of the year and send over to your tax guy.
All right, you good to go for now.
All right. Also, it's another sneak thing on taxes we can kind of talk about later. But if you file, it's a document that you can file. So if, say for example, you actually lose for the year trading, right? Say you lose $10,000 for the year trading, you can write it off as a loss. So say for your personal job, you make $60,000 a year and you pay taxes all year on $60,000 a year, but you filed that document at the beginning of the year that you were going to file. I forgot what the name of it. I'll get it to you guys later. But you filed that document and you say you lost $10,000 in the stock market. Now what you can say is you can write that $10,000 off as a loss. So instead of you having to pay taxes on your on $60,000 you made from your W-2, you only have to pay taxes on $50,000. But all year you pay taxes on $60,000. What you gonna do? Get a refund check. It's crazy. And I'll break it down to you again later on, but it's crazy. It's crazy, you know. It's good. It's good. It has its ups and downs. There's some positive things in it, some negative things in it. We'll talk about that another time. Any other questions, JT, before we keep moving?
Yeah, one last question. So for beginners, would you say that it's simple to learn for the most part if you put in the time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nothing is harder if you put the time into it, right? It's going to be hard if you're trying to learn a different language. But when you put the time, the effort, and spend with it, and we go through these chapters that we about to go through, you go through this stuff, you're gonna start saying, okay, I'm getting it. Let me go back and do some studying. You gotta spend, it's like a relationship. When you meet someone, you have to spend time with that person to find out if this the person for you or not. You don't just see that person and say, oh, cool, we want to get married. No, you spend time with this person and learn this person, go on dates. You know, you send flowers, all these things. You gotta have a relationship with it, okay? You gotta court this stock market. You just can't go in and just say, listen, and boom, and take it. No, you can't do that. All right. All right. Ready, JT?
I think a couple more questions just came in.
Okay.
So I know you're gonna get into this. How can you try to read/predict the market to know if a certain stock option might go up or down?
So we're gonna get into all of that. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna get into all of that. That's part of this. That's part of the story you're gonna learn. Okay, that's part of the book you're gonna write. When you make a profit, do you withdraw immediately or does it stay in your account and reinvest? Me personally, I have a.
All right, and when you make a profit,
yeah, go ahead. I can answer right now. What I do is I have a set number. You can withdraw it the next day if you want to, right? Can you guys see me still and hear me? JT, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yeah, we
perfect.
hear you.
Yeah. So when you what I normally do is, say for example, I try to keep anywhere around maybe like 20,000 as my level. When I get my account to $20,000, I'll take out 15,000. Okay, so what you guys gonna start seeing when I post my wins and losses, if you follow me on Instagram and I post my wins and losses, you might see, okay, one day Chris posted that he made 150 or made 200 or made 500. And then next thing you know, you start seeing me posting, I made 1,200, 2,000, 1,500, 1,700, 1,600, right? Because when I get to $20,000, I try to take out 15,000, put it in my account and start back over trading with $5,000 again. The reason why I do that is because I know myself. When I have a large sum of money in my account, Jack started doing crazy stuff. I mean, one time I had like 60,000 in my account. Man, I had about $50,000 in Tesla calls. Every time Tesla even blinked his eyes, I'm 1,000, 2,000, like, Lord have mercy, I'm having heart attack, Lord help me, hit the button, get out. You see what I'm saying? I can't take it. I'm telling you, listen, you're gonna find out that you want the whole freaking world out this stock market. When you just got to realize, I don't need the world, just give me a state. So just give me a state, give me a county, give me a little city, a little town of it, and I'm good for life. All right, but yeah, so that's kind of what I do. But what you would do is you will find your sweet spot. You would know when you get overly confident in your trades, when you think you can just predict what the market is going to do and all these things, you're going to get humbled. Trust me, I got humbled a lot, right? But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Any other questions before we move forward, JT?
I created my TD Ameritrade account under the apply for options section. I was assigned cover options. This level doesn't allow me to buy calls and puts. What should I do?
Yes, give TD Ameritrade a call and find out what do you have to do to get that taken off of. Also, we're going to talk about Webull. That's another brokerage that you can use as well. But call TD Ameritrade tonight or tomorrow and find out what can you do to get that removed. And then we'll go from there with that. Once you find out, send me an email. We go from there. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So some people may know about candlesticks, some people may not. Okay. So if you know about candlesticks, just hang tight in there. Hang tight with me. We're gonna go through this and keep going. Okay. All right. So candlesticks. What are candlesticks? Whenever you see a green candlestick like this right here, this is a bullish candlestick. Okay, this is a bullish candlestick. What is a bullish candlestick? A bullish candlestick means the stock price is increasing. The stock price is going up. All right, so it's going from 100, 102, 104, 106, 108, 110. The stock price is going up when you see a bullish candlestick. Okay, big boy green candlestick. Whenever the candlestick is green, that means the stock price has increased. All right, and it's called a bullish candlestick. You're gonna start hearing these phrases, bullish and bearish. When you're gonna start watching CNBC news and all that stuff every day, because stock options are gonna take over your life. Right? Bearish candlestick. And when you see a red candlestick, that means the price is decreasing. The price has decreased. Okay. The price has went down. It went from 100 to 98, 96, 94, 95, whatever, right? On down to 90, all the way down to the ground. Man, I be wanting the thing to go down. I be wanting to go from 100 down to 2. I want it all. I'm telling you, man, when I see these big boy red candlesticks, man, I just licking my chops, especially if I'm in that trade. I'm like, money. Okay. So big boy green candlesticks is bullish, meaning the stock price is increasing. A bearish candlestick is a red candlestick, meaning the candlestick is decreasing. Okay. Let's keep moving. All right. Candlesticks. All right. Now think about candlesticks, everybody. Each candlestick has a different time frame. There are different time frames in the system, that in the platform that we're using to think and swim. So you can look at a time frame, a 5-minute time frame, or a 1 hour time frame, a 1 day time frame, a 15-minute time frame. What that means is each time frame represents what type of candlestick it is. If I'm on a 5-minute time frame, that means that each candlestick is worth 5 minutes of buying and selling, price action. The only thing a candlestick is, y'all, is price action, buying and selling. That's all. Okay. So if I'm on a top 5-minute time frame, that candlestick represents 5 minutes of people buying and selling. If I'm on the 1 day time frame, it represents 1 day of people buying and selling. Okay. So whenever you see a green candlestick, the opening price is right here at the bottom of the body. What this body is, this whole thing right here is the body. Okay. So right here, we got a 5. Let's see, this is $5 right here. Okay. $5 right there. It opened right here at $5. This candlestick did. All right. And it closed up here at the top of the body, at $20. Okay. So it means this candlestick or this stock increased $15 in price. It opened right here at $5. It closed right here at $20. And everything in between is the body. This is the body. Okay. That's for a bullish candlestick. When the stock price increases, when the candlestick is green, it opens at the bottom and closes at the top of the body. All right. Now, for a red candlestick, a bearish candlestick, it opens at the top. It opens at the top right here, and that's at the $20. Say, for example, $20. And next thing you know, it closed all the way down here at $5. Okay, it closed at the end. Say, for example, this is a 1 day candlestick. That means this is buying and selling for 1 day, 8 hours. It closed down here at $5. So that means at the beginning of the day, it was at $20. Next thing you know, somebody said, the world's coming to an end. The world's coming to an end. Everybody and their mama starts selling. Sell. Everybody starts selling. Boom, it shot all the way down here to $5. And it closed right here at $5. Okay. On this side right here, the stock price opened right here at $5 on the green candlestick. It opened at $5. Next thing everybody said, shoot, this is a good price for this stock. I'm gonna buy in. Everybody buy. In sync, buy. Was that Backstreet Boys, one of them. But buy. Boom. They bought and it closed right here at $20. Okay. It closed right there at $20. All right. Once again, green candlestick opens at the bottom, closes at the top. Red candlestick opens at the top, closes at the bottom. Okay. This is the story that the candlesticks tell every single day, every 5 minutes, every 1 minute, every 2 minutes. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep going. All right. More candlesticks. All right. JT, in the chat, first person to answer this question in the chat gets $50. On a bullish candlestick, where does the stock price open? On a green candlestick, bullish candlestick, where does it open? Who said the bottom first? Who you got, JT? Who you saw?
Monet.
Monet who?
They just say Monet.
Our Monet. Monet, is that Monet, our Monet?
Monet Reed. No, I'm new.
You know, okay, Monet Reed. Good stuff, Monet Reed. Monet Reed, what I want you to do, Monet Reed, I want you to send me your Cash App to my DM on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, send me an email with your Cash App, okay? You just want $50. What Monet just said, the question was, where does it open? My man Grindaholics must be on. You on, baby? What's going on? Grindaholics must be on. Right here, boom. It opens right here at the bottom of the body. The bottom of the body, right here. Okay? So say, for example, this is $5. Okay, open right here at $5. You guys see these little sticks or wicks? They call them sticks or wicks, right? Either or, whichever one you want to call it. That means at some point in time, the stock went down to this level, okay? And then it left from that level. So for example, it started right here at $5. Boom, $5. It came down here to $1. And then everybody said this is a great time to buy. And they say, no, it shot up. Boom! It shot all the way up to the top of this wick, which is $20. 20, sorry for my writing. And then it pushed, people start selling again, and it pushed back down, and it closed right here at the top of the body at $10. You guys see that journey of the stock market? Okay. Do you guys see the journey of this stock? This stock opened at $5 at the beginning of the day. People start selling. It went down to $1. Next thing you know, everybody started buying. It went up to $20. Next thing you know, everybody started selling again. It went down to $10, and it closed right here at $10. Okay. That's the story that this candlestick is telling. So when you look at these candlesticks from here on out, you can see the story the candlesticks are telling us, okay? All right, bearish candlestick. A bearish candlestick opens right here at the top of the body. The top of the body, right here, the top of the body, okay? So let's say this is $10. We got the wicks right here. What does the wicks mean? Some point in time throughout the day, the stock went up to this level right here. So boom, the stock went up to this level, which is $11. Next thing you know, went to $11, and everybody and their mama said, sell, sell, sell. The world is coming to an end, and they start selling. Boom, boom, they selling. Everybody's selling. The stock came all the way back down here to $2. And when we got to $2, a couple people say, hey, it's a pretty good price. We're going to buy in some. They bought in, and it closed right here at the bottom at $5. Right there at $5. If that makes sense, everybody put a 1 in the chat. If it makes sense, if it does not, put a 2. There we go, ones. I love to see ones. Love to see ones. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's keep it going. All right. This is the same thing we just went over right here. Opening price, closing price, so on and so on. Okay, same thing. And you do have access to this deck. You don't have to write this stuff down. You have access to this deck When I give you access to the portal tomorrow morning, you will have this in your portal, okay? You will have it in the portal. All right, next thing is, these are doji candlesticks. Doji candlesticks, okay? What a doji candlestick is means it opens and closed at the exact same time. It opened, not the same time, but it opened at $5 and it closed at $5 after the whole day. It opened at the same place and closed at the same place. What I just said was you will have access to this PowerPoint presentation I'm showing you right now. It's in the portal. You guys are going to get access to this portal that has a whole bunch of tutorials in it. It has all the recordings in it. You will have access to that tomorrow morning, and this will be in there, okay? All right. So right here, this one right here, it opened right here. Why am I brown? Give me red. There we go. It opened right here. Say this is $5. Boom, boom. It went all the way up here. Boom, boom, to $10. Next thing you know, it fell all the way back down here to $1. And right before it closed right here, right back here at $5. So in other words, what it did was it went up, down, all the way around just to go back right to the same exact spot. Okay, just to go right back to the exact same spot. Same thing with here. It opened up here, went down, went up, came right back here. Okay, same thing with this one. It opened right here. It went all the way up. Next thing you know, it came all the way right back down and it closed right back here again. Okay, same thing for this one right here. It opened right here at the top. It went all the way down. Next thing you know, somebody said it's at a good spot, and then boom, went all the way back up. All the way back up. Okay, these are called doji candlesticks. Doji candlesticks, all right? Doji candlesticks. And these two right here are very powerful candlesticks. Very powerful candlesticks. And I'll explain that to you later why they're powerful. All right. All right, JT, let's stop right here for 1 second. Do we have any questions in the chat as it relates to candlesticks or anything we have discussed so far?
Kyle said yes, but he didn't put the question.
Okay.
So I guess he's saying yes to the question.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my charger right quick. My laptop is dying. Give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. So JT, nothing where I was going, no questions. We good to go?
Yeah, Kyle asked if he take himself off mute, and there's a few more questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you are here with us. Okay, good question. So I've been trading. I do a little forex, right? So when we go back to that, the bear bull on the bear candle, right? So when you
hey Cal, you went out. I mean, you're faint now. I can't hear you. Say it again.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you know how a bull candle, the green candle that go up, right?
Yep.
It opens at the bottom.
Yep.
It gives you a wick at the bottom,
Yep.
And sometimes it has a wick at the top, right?
Correct.
Does it ever open up at the bottom, shoot all the way up to the top and wick? Come all the way back down and wick, and then go back where it closes at the top.
Yeah, it does.
So
it
how
can.
do you know? How do you, you know what I'm saying? So when you was explaining, I'm listening, I'm like, oh, I ain't never realized. I thought the way you were saying it, it seemed as if you're saying when it's a bull candle, like when the market's going bull, it's gonna automatically come and give us the wick on the bottom first. So it could give us the wick to the top. Before it gives us the wick to the bottom.
Exactly. There's no order. There's no order. I just basically, when I was doing this now, I was just saying that it went down, went up. It can go up first. It can go down first. It go up first, down. It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
This market, it can do some crazy things, brother.
Thank you.
It is some crazy things. Good question though. Great question.
All right, Chris, what does it mean when a stock closes?
So think about this. Think about your job, right? Your job opens at 9 a.m., okay, or 8 p.m., and it closes at 5. So in between that 8 and 5 time period, you're doing all the work inside that building. But when it closes that building, boom, that building is closed for the day. So all that work is completed for the day, and now it's not open again to the next day. So when the candlestick closes, that candlestick is now gone, and a new one is going to open up. I'm about to show you guys that right now on my screen, okay? I'm going to show it to you right now on my screen so you can kind of see it a little bit better, but we will discuss that in a moment. Any other questions, JT?
Yep. What occurs when it's so volatile like that? What are we supposed to do?
You'll understand. We'll break the story down for you so you can see it. I mean, one thing is, if you enter the right way, enjoy the ride, right? Get your profits, take your profits. If you went the wrong way, we're gonna teach you risk management so you can definitely get out and not be hurt too bad. All right, we're gonna break all that stuff down to you. Trust me.
All right, yeah, there's a couple other questions I know you're gonna get into. Who chooses the time frame for a candlestick?
Yep, get into that in a moment.
How can we fit options trading into a 9-to-5 work week?
Great question. Great question. We're gonna break it down for you. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna break it down for you.
All right, what is liquidity and how does it tie into candlesticks?
We're gonna get into that too. I don't want to get into that right now. I don't want to confuse people, but we will definitely get into that as well.
All right. Do we do DCA in options if it's going down?
DCA.
Dollar cost average.
Yeah, you can. I do a lot. I do a lot of dollar cost average.
Okay.
Yep. And we on the third day, we're gonna break that strategy in. How you do it and how you roll with it. It's pretty cool.
All right, last question, Chris. So opening and closing all depends on the time frame you choose.
Opening and closing all depends on the time frame you choose. Opening and closing all depends on the time frame you choose. I guess I'm going to say yes. I think I know if I understand you correctly. What you're saying is, okay, perfect. What you're saying is, if a candlestick, if I'm on a 5-minute time frame, the candlestick is only going to last for 5 minutes. Or if I'm on a day time frame, it's only going to last for a day. If that's what you're saying, yes. But I will. But we're going to get into that right now, so I can show you exactly what that means and what it looks like, so you can understand open and close a little bit more.
All right. He said yes. That was what he was asking.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. All right, so let me share my screen. So let's go take a look at these candlesticks. All right. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right. This is your platform. Listen, this is the world. This is the world that you're going to be in. Okay. This is the word that you're going to get loose with, get jiggy with it. Nah. Okay. That's how it's going to happen. All right. So when I'm saying time frame, okay, different time frames, guys, I want you to look right here. Okay, right here where I just drew this box. Okay, you see it says 5M. Right now with the 5M, Each candlestick on my screen is 5 minutes of buying and 5 minutes of selling, 5 minutes of buying and selling. So if I'm looking right here at this red candlestick right here, can everybody see it? I need to zoom in.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so this red candlestick opened, where did it open? At the bottom, at the top, right here at the top. This is where it opened at. So that price, let's say that price is 146 roughly, okay? It shot up to this little small wick, right? You see this little wick right here? Everybody see the wick?
Yes.
Let me zoom in just a tad bit. All right, so here we are. It opened right here. It opened at the top, right here at the top. Boom, boom. It wicked up some right here. Boom, boom, boom. So it opened at 146. Say it went to 147. Next thing you know, everybody started to sell. And boom, it fell all the way down here to say roughly 145. Okay, the bottom of this wick. And then it came back up and closed right here around 145.50. That's what that candlestick did. So it opened right here. In 5 minutes, it opened right here. It went up to right here, went down to right here, and it went to right here, all in 5 minutes. Then that candlestick closed because those 5 minutes are up. Then boom, the next 5 minutes come. The candlestick opens right here. It may have went down right here to down here. Then it shot up and closed right here for 5 minutes. The next 5 minutes happened. Boom. You see how it closes, open a new candlestick, closes, open new candlestick every 5 minutes. Okay, that's what I mean. A new candlestick, it opens and closes right here. Now, if I change this time frame from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, zoom out some. Now each candlestick represents 30 minutes of buying and selling. You see, it's less candlesticks now, right? Now each candlestick represents 30 minutes of buying and selling. All right. So, for example, this one right here, it's a green candlestick. Where did it open? At the top or the bottom? A green candlestick opens at the top or the bottom?
Bottom,
exactly. So boom, right here, it opened right here. Say this is $100 right here. It shot all the way down here to maybe like $95. Next thing you know, it shot all the way back up here to about $105. Then it came back right here and it closed right here at $102. For 30 minutes, this is 30 minutes right here of buying and selling. Okay, that 30 minutes is over. The next 30 minutes starts with this candlestick right here. You got 30 minutes of buying and selling right here. Next 30 minutes, buying and selling right there. And so on. I can go right here to the 1 day candlestick. Now each candlestick on my screen represents 1 full day, 8 hours of buying and selling. This is 5/11. This is May 11. This is May 12th, May 13th, May 16th, May 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Okay. So you guys understand when I say open and close in different time frames, your 1 day time frame, your 5 minute time frame. Basically what that's telling you is each candlestick represents whatever type of time frame you want. That sounds good? Makes sense? Ones if it makes sense, twos if it does not. Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right. Now, let's look at some of these candlesticks that we got. What candlestick is this right here?
A doji.
A doji candlestick, exactly, because what did it do? It opened right here, it went down, up, closed right here, or it could have went up, down, and then still closed right there. That's a doji candlestick, all right? But you guys see how these candlesticks are showing us a story, okay? On this one right here, we see that this is a red one, okay? It opened up right here at say 140. It shot all the way down here to 133. But somebody said, the buyer said when it got to 133, this stock is at a great buying price. I'm going to buy in. So what did they do? They bought in and it closed right here at 138. That's the story that particular candlestick just told us. It told us that it opened, once again, at 139. People start selling. It opened right here. People started selling and it came down here to 133. When it came to 133, everybody said, holy crap, this stock is at a great price. And they bought in and it went all the way up here to 142. Then when it got to 142, it came back down here and closed right around here. Okay. These are the stories that it's telling us. It's telling us what's happening, people, what people buy, how people are buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. Okay. And we're gonna dig deeper into it in a few. All right. So those are candlesticks, everybody. Those are candlesticks. All right. And candlesticks and time frame. So how do we feel so far about the candlesticks and time frame? One more quick Q&A before we jump into the next thing. Any questions, JT?
Oh yeah. What time frame is good to use?
So it all depends, and we're going to break that down next. But just to kind of give you an overview of it, if you're doing day trades, I make all my decisions off of the 5-minute candlesticks, the 5-minute time frame. But we are going to talk about that later. Okay. When I'm doing swing trades, I make my decisions off of the 1-day candlesticks, the 1 year, 1 day. We're about to jump into that right now. Okay.
All right, that might have answered Tim's question too, because he said
Scott Forbes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead first, JT. Then I go with Scott.
Oh no, my bad. I was saying that might have answered Tim's question, what you just said. He just asked, "Is there a time frame that's easier to trade in than another? Seem like 5 minute may be more volatile than a day."
Okay. Yep. He said it. He said to answer this question. Yes. Okay. And Scott Forbes. Your question was again. This blank my mind. Scott Forbes question. You see his question, JT? For some reason, not showing.
You said Scott.
Yeah, it's like the last.
Oh,
what does doji mean again? Yeah, sorry. What does the doji mean? The doji basically is it opened and closed at the same spot. So it opened at $5. It went up, down all day long and came right back to $5 and closed right there again. Okay. So if you see a green doji, that means it may have opened at $5 and it closed at $5.01. That 1 cent made it a green doji because in actuality, it really did increase 1 penny, right? If you see a red doji candlestick, it opened at $5 and it closed at $4.99. So in reality, it really did go down 1 penny. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's red. Okay. If it opened at 5 and closed at 5, it'd be gray. All right. It'd be gray. All right. We ready to move forward, JT?
Oh, you got a couple more questions. I don't know about this one. I know it is on TradingView. Is there a timer to let us know when the candle is about to close?
You have a clock at the top left of the screen. So if you're on a 5-minute candlestick, just think about everything's going to be in 5-minute increments. If you're in an hour, everything going to be on an hour increment. If you're on a 2-minute, everything's going to be in a 2-minute increment. So there is a clock up there with the seconds ticking in the minutes. But yeah, TradingView, I think TradingView actually has like a clock or something.
All right, Chris.
Okay.
Do the different time slots, 5 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour a day, represents different rooms of trading for those who pick certain time slots to trade in?
When we break down later on in the class, going through the chapters, I think that question will be answered. The value of that question, when I answer that question, will be more valuable then than it is right now, because when I look at multiple time frames to come to a conclusion, right? But I use the 5 minute if I'm day trading to actually execute or enter into the trade. But I look at the hour time frame to see, okay, do we have at 1 hour trend line? Do we have a 1 hour level of support? I look at those things. So you will be looking at those things and we'll break those. We actually about to jump to that as far as the support part right now. Okay. But that's a great question. Great question. All
right, Chris, does the red candlestick indicate selling and the green candlestick indicates buying?
Yep, it means green mean there was an increase for that time frame. If it was a 5 minute candlestick, that means in that 5 minutes there was an increase in price. If it's a red candlestick, that means there was a decrease in price. Yes.
All right, I think you're good to go.
All right, so everybody, grab your handy dandy notebooks. Okay, on the first page, I want everyone, okay? On the first page of your handy dandy notebooks, I want you to put down your goal. Okay, on the very first page, I want you to put in, write down goal. And I want to know, what is your goal for trading stock options? You don't have to tell me, right? But I want you to tell yourself, what is your goal? Okay, it can be a number, like you want to make $5,000 a month, whatever. Or it can be, I just want to get my time back. I want to have freedom. The reason why I tell you to put this on the first page is because you're going to find out that you are a greedy individual. Okay, you're going to find out that you're greedy. You have to stick to the plan. Trust the process. And I'm not talking about trust the process, bringing James Harden over to Philly for them to lose in the second round of the playoffs. I'm not talking about that process, right? You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about them Golden State Warrior process and them Laker Kobe Bryant days process, okay? Trust the process, all right? Okay, so whatever your goal is, this is what you're doing it for. If you don't have a goal, you're going to jump into this market and start throwing money around, and you're not going to be consistent. But if you're fighting for, hey, I want to buy a house in a year and a half, I need to get my down payment money together. You're going to say, okay, I just made $200 a day. Let me sell this, take my profits, and CYC. CYC means close your computer. That's what we call it in the Discord chat. When anytime somebody makes some good money, hey, CYC, close your computer. Neat, get out of here with that Boston talk, Neat. Get out of here with that Boston talk, man. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it, man. But yeah, so that's what it's there for on that first page. That's what it's there for, okay? It's for a reminder for you to know what you're doing it for, okay? All right. So next thing is, in your handy dandy notebook, everybody put chapter 1. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. That's not what I want to show. Chapter 1. And chapter 1 is support and resistance. So in support, I want you to put in parentheses ceiling, and resistance, I want you to put in parentheses the floor. I'm sorry, support, parentheses, floor, resistance, parentheses, ceiling. Chapter 1, support and resistance. And JT, she just put in the chat. Thank you. She just put in the chat. Chapter 1 in your handy dandy notebooks. Chapter 1 in your handy dandy notebooks. Listen, when I learned this, support and resistance, this is when I became a profitable trader. Okay. And when I was first trading, I felt like the market was waiting on me to do something, right? The market was waiting on me to get in. When I got in on a call, the market said, hey, Chris got into a call, y'all. Go down. Everybody's selling, go down so he can lose. So when I got into a put, I felt like they said, hey, Chris in a put, everybody go up, go up. The market's gonna go up, right? When I learned support and resistance, that changed my whole scope of trading, okay? Changed my whole scope of trading. So technical definition of support and resistance, chapter 1, y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Chapter 1, support and resistance. What is support? Technical definition: a price level where a downtrend can be expected to pause due to a concentration of demand or buying interest. As the price of an asset or security drops, demand for the shares increase, thus forming the support line. Does anybody know anything I just said? I don't even know what I just said, right? That's why I hate these definitions. This is what support is. Everyone, look down at the floor you're standing on, okay? Look at your floor that you're standing on. This floor that you're standing on right now or sitting on right now is keeping you from falling down to the ground, correct? That's what support is. Support when it comes to trading is you have people at a support level at a certain price that will not allow the stock to go any lower, okay? Same way that this floor will not allow me to fall down to the ground, okay? That's what support is. The floor in your house is your support. You can walk on it all day, all right? Without you falling through. Now, resistance. What's the definition of resistance? Resistance is the price at which the price of an asset meets pressure on its way up by the emergence of a growing number of sellers who wish to sell at a particular price. All right. Now, what is your resistance? I want everybody to look up. Okay. Everybody look up. When you look up, what do you see? You see your ceiling. Your resistance is your ceiling. If I throw a tennis ball, if you throw a tennis ball right now at your ceiling, what is going to happen? It's going to hit your ceiling and fall right back down. That's what resistance is. Whenever the stock get to a certain level, price level, that stock hits that price level and then falls back down. We call it rejects that price level and falls back down. That's what resistance is. Okay. Y'all good? Y'all with me? Let me get a 1 or 2 if that made sense. A 1 or 2. 1 if it made sense, 2 if it didn't. Okay. Good stuff. I love seeing 1s. But listen, if something does not make sense to you, give me a 2. Okay. But we're about to dig into this support and resistance. Okay. Support and resistance. Now, for this example, all right, for this example, we're going to say right here, this blue line right here is our support. That's $5. That's the $5 price level. Okay, so our support is the $5 price level. This is the floor in your home. All right, our resistance is this $20 price level right here. Boom, boom, boom. This red line right here is our resistance. Okay, that's $20 price level. All right, now, so your ceiling in your house is the price level of $20. Your floor in your house is the price level of $5. Okay, now in the stock market, I want you to think or imagine you having a whole bunch of buyers right here at the support level. And what they're saying is, anytime this stock gets to $5, I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy. Okay, so they're right here. All right, they're right there. Okay, now in the stock market for resistance, they're saying anytime the stock get to the ceiling, right, your ceiling, or $20, we're going to sell. So they're sitting up here waiting for it to hit $20 so they can sell. Okay, y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go on with the example. So let's say right here. Let's say right here, we starting right here, okay, at $5. We're at $5 and people start to buy. So everybody is buying. So for example, you got a tennis ball, right? You drop a tennis, you smack a tennis ball off extremely hard off of your floor. What is that tennis ball going to do? It's going to bounce off of your floor and start to go up, right? Same thing in the stock market. The stock is at $5. The support people say, listen, we're buying. The buyers say we're buying at $5. So boom, they're buying in, 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 and boom, we get to $20. Now we're at $20. Now that tennis ball that we just threw off the ground has made it to your ceiling in your house. Okay, what is that tennis ball going to do when it hits your ceiling? It's going to drop back down. In the stock market, we have sellers here at this $20 level, and they say whenever this stock hits $20, we're going to sell. We are the resistance. We're not going to let this stock go above $20. So boom, it gets to 20, they start to sell and take their profits, and it starts to go back down. Where is it going back down to, y'all?
To the buyers to support.
It's going back down to the buyers. That tennis ball that just hit your ceiling is going where? Back down to the floor, right? Now we're back at the $5 level again. And the buyers say, oh crap, this stock is at $5 again. What are we going to do? We're going to buy again because the stock has come back to this support level of $5. So boom, it goes up, small little pullback, and it goes back up to $20 again. Now, who is sitting at this $20 area? The resistance. The sellers are saying, once again, Bo, we're not letting you go above $20. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 and pass go. Okay. So boom, that tennis ball is right back up there at the ceiling again. Okay. And what happens again? That ball bounces off your ceiling, which is your resistance, and goes where? It's going back down to your what? To your support. So boom, it rejects this $20 again. People sell, takes their profits, and the stock price is decreasing again. And it's going down, 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 down. And it's back to $5 again. Okay, it's back to $5 again. All right, JT in the chat. First person to tell me what should you do if this stock comes back to $5 again? What should you do? Buy. Who was that? Was that Ray? Did you see Ray?
Ray.
That was Ray. Ray, DM me your cash app. DM your cash app to my Instagram. DM it to me. All right. Listen. The stock market is based off of historical data. Everything in the world is based off of historical data, i.e., for example, Q1, Q2, Q3 of the year, Gap may have 30 employees, right? They may have 30 employees, okay? But comes Q4 around Christmas time, what happens? They may hire 20 more employees, so now they have 50 employees. Why? Because the data says, the historical data says, every year around Q4 that we get an influx of customers coming in, a higher demand coming in. Therefore, we need more people. Historical data, y'all. The same thing with the stock market. The historical data is telling us, hold on one second.
Let me send you what I'm.
The historical data is telling us what? The historical data is telling us that, hey, the past 2 times this stock has hit $5, it has bounced and went to $20. I will take those odds of a potential bounce off of $5 to go back up to $20. That's what support and resistance does for you. It shows you levels of previous entry opportunities, previous bounce areas, previous resistant areas, all that good stuff. So check this out. Now we're at $5, and listen, if it's me, I'm buying a call. Listen, we going for the money. I'm going for the gusto, right? I'm buying a call, and here we go. Boom. We're working our way up. We're working our way up. We're working our way up. So keep in mind that tennis ball again. So we bounced that tennis ball, right? We bounced that tennis ball off of our floor, right? Off of our floor. But something is starting to happen with that tennis ball as it's going towards the ceiling again, okay? That tennis ball is now starting to transform, okay? That tennis ball is starting to transform right in front of my freaking eyes. Instagram, email, Ray, email. It's starting to transform right in front of my eyes into a freaking cannonball, into a freaking cannonball right in front of my eyes, and it's moving, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. It's at my ceiling, the $20 mark that is normally my resistance. It's at that $20 mark, and what happens? What happens, Chris? What happens, Chris? What happens, Chris? Boom! It breaks through resistance. It breaks through the ceiling. That tennis ball transformed into a freaking cannonball. And the question on everybody's mind is this. Well, Chris, how do we know when the tennis ball is going to transform into a bowling ball, right? Or that cannonball? It's called volume. And we're going to talk about that later. But what I want you to see is it finally broke through this resistance. It finally broke through the resistance. It broke through that $20. Okay. Now, check this out. This is the cool thing about it. Y'all ready? All right, listen, check this out. When the bowling ball breaks through resistance, okay, what does that resistance become? The resistance, which was $20, now comes to support. There you go. Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. Resistance now turns into support. So now $20 is our support level. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Want to give me some ones and twos? Give me some ones and twos. Ones if you're with me, twos if you're still a little lost. We're going to get you there if you are though. Okay? So boom, now it's support level. But this is the $1 million question. This is the $1 million question. Okay? Y'all ready? Check this out. Check this out. Do you enter as soon as it breaks through resistance? Do you enter as soon as it breaks through resistance? Good stuff, y'all. No, you do not. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. When that bowling ball breaks through your ceiling, right? It broke through your ceiling in your house. It broke through that ceiling, the bowling ball did. But somebody tell me, $50 if you answer this question correctly. What is in your ceiling now? A hole. Who was it, JT? Who got it first?
Irv P.
Irv P. Irv P. Send me your cash app to my DM, $50. Send me your cash app. There you go. Send me your cash app. There's a huge hole in my freaking ceiling. Okay? So we don't want to enter as soon as it breaks a hole, makes the hole. We want, because that ball can fall right back down my hole and come right back down to my support. Okay? What we have to find out is this. We have to find out if this new level of support is going to hold as a level of support. It has to test this level of support. You see what I'm saying? For example, it's like when it breaks through resistance, that's the quiz. Okay? Okay, that's the quiz. You passed the quiz, right? You broke through resistance. You passed the quiz. But now you got to pass the test before you can really move forward. The test is when it comes back right here. This is a test. When it comes back right here and hits this $20 mark right here. Does it hit this $20 mark right here and go up? If so, that support held good. That hole in the ceiling, the carpenter came, fixed that hole in the ceiling, blocked it up, patched it up, we all good. But if the carpenter doesn't come, or the sand person doesn't come and fix that hole in the ceiling, it's gonna fall right back down here somewhere. Okay? Y'all with me? Now, what does it visually look like though? Okay, what does it visually look like when this thing, it comes back and tests, and it tests support and it holds support and it starts to go back up? Okay, so what does that look like? This is what it looks like. These people right here. One second. These people right here, these buyers right here, you know what these buyers did? That's what the buyers did. As a group, they did this. And guess what they did? They set up shop right here. Now, these buyers right here, that was down here, they have moved up and set up shop at this $20 level. Now, this is the new support level. This is the new support level. $20 is the new support level. Does that make sense, everybody? Ones and twos. Does all this happen during the 5-minute increments? Yes, it happened on every time frame. Every time frame. We're gonna break that down to you, Royal. Every time frame. Ones and twos. I see a 2. I see some 1, a lot of 1s. I see some 2s. But don't worry about it. We're not done with this. We're gonna keep going through it. We got some more we want to do with support resistance. Okay. But JT, let's stop right here right quick. Do we have any questions? I asked Royal's question. We good there. Do we have any questions?
Let me scroll back up. Let's see. So we need to find out if that's the new floor.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So when it comes to what I say, it comes back to when it comes back to 1 second. All right. When it comes back to test this $20 that it just broke through, that's the new floor. We're checking to see if it's the new floor or not. If it falls through, that means no, it's not the new floor. That means that these people right here, they did not move up here. Okay, they did not migrate up here. If it does hold, that means that these people down here migrated up here to this new support level. Okay.
All right. Someone said, Mr. 305 said new data question mark.
New data question mark, new data question mark. Explain some more with Mr. 305, Mr. MIAO. You can take yourself off mute. Meaning when it has a new floor. Yeah, okay, I follow. Yes, it's new data now. Yes, you can definitely say it's new data. Now we're saying, okay, now 20 is a new support level. That's the new data. And now we got to find this next resistance level. Is resistance going to be 25? It's going to be 30, 35, and so on. And I'm going to show you guys that in a minute as well. Okay. Any other questions, JT?
Yeah. Do you go off straight levels or zones around the level?
Great question. Great question. Great question. So this $20 level right here, you want to give it a little range. Okay. You want to give it a range. Okay. You might be $20. It might be from 19 to 21, you know, something like that. You can kind of, we'll show you guys, that's like more like supply and demand, but we'll show you that as well. So it's not just, oh, boom, $20 hard set. It may be $20.55, $20.60, right? It's a little zone area. Okay. Next question. Any more questions?
Yep. The first support floor means you buy in at 5. The new support level means you buy in at 20, question mark.
Exactly. Once we find that the next level of support is 20, the resistance level has turned into support because it's broken. We tested it, came back to that level and tested. Now that's where we're buying in there. Now we're saying, okay, man, last time hit 20, it bounced up. Last time hit 20, it bounced up. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We know these things now. And we also know, okay, if it breaks through 20, we can possibly go on down to 5. Okay.
All right, Chris, what time period determines the hold?
The hold in your ceiling?
H-O-L-D, sorry.
Oh, H-O-L-D, the hold. When you say the hold, do you mean like the test, when it comes back in test?
That was Tanya.
Hi. What I'm asking is, so how do you determine the new, when it gets to $20 and you're saying that's the new floor, does it have to be above $20 for like 30 days to say that that's the new floor?
Got it. It all depends on the time frame. So if I'm day trading, I'm on a 5-minute time frame. I want to see a bounce and I want to see continuation. Okay. So what I'll be looking for, and we're gonna get into this a little bit more in a few, but what I'll be looking for is this right here. I will want to see it come and test this level right here, right? And then I will want to see it break this level right here. Okay. Chris, why do I want to see that? Because it came through and it broke through resistance, right? And it stopped right here. Okay, so it broke through the $20 and it came right here and it stopped right there. So on the way down, it comes back here and tests support. Okay, it's testing support, the $20 support. It bounced off the $20 support. And now I want to see if it's going to come back up here and break this previous level of resistance that it stopped at previous, just right here. If it breaks that, okay, boom, we got some more room to go up. But if it comes back up here and hit this level again and come back down here, hit this level, come back there, hit it, come back there, hit it, come back there, hit it, come back there, boom, and fall down, it can do that. But I'm gonna show you a lot of examples of that coming up in a minute. That's a great question. Okay, that's a great question.
All right, Chris, how many tests do you do before you enter?
How many tests do I do before I enter? Do you mean like how many times it had to hit $5 before I enter? It all depends on the actual market. I'm going to show that to you in a minute too. When we're going to actually dig into the stocks and show you real life examples, and you kind of get a better understanding of it. But I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you in a few. But when if it hits like 2 or 3 times on the day chart, I mean that's a lot of confidence for me on that one. But I'll show it to you.
All right, I know you're gonna get into this one. How do you determine how much volume is needed to keep the new floor?
You can see it, man. Like you can see it when we break down, when we show you volume and give you some examples. I'm gonna give you some examples now, but you can see that volume shifting. You can see more people are buying into this particular contract or this stock. You can just see it. You will see that volume pick up. You see the candle bar, the big board volume candle bars moving up. It's like you can see that it's happening, but I'll give you some breakdowns of that too. All these questions that you guys are asking us, this is all part of understanding the story. So I'm glad you asking these questions because I got your mind thinking now. Your mind is thinking about, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? But trust me, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna work ourselves through it, okay? Yes, I do use TradingView from time to time, yes.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm about to say any other question. Go ahead.
So figuratively speaking, the bowling ball can break the floor and have to find new support, same as new ceiling.
Exactly. If I look right here, let's say, for example, move all this stuff. Move this. Say we're right here again. It comes up right here, bounce off that 20, then boom, boom, boom. We going down. Uh-oh, bad news, Ukraine and Russia at war. Oh, bad news, inflation is going crazy. Uh-oh, we down at this 5. What's gonna happen? Boom. See what I'm saying? What's driving this happening? The news, the media, life. It broke through. Boom. Okay? It can happen. That's why you have to understand the story. And that's how we're going to break all of it down for you, okay?
Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite indicator to show volume? I think you just made my trading better.
So I use 2 things. We use the volume AVG. It got green and red bars, and it shows above average volume or below volume average, right? Also, we can look at the all products. Go to all products, look at your strike price that you're looking at. Go look at the contracts you're looking at. And on there, it has volume on there. You can see the volume of contracts of people buying in. You can see which ones are people buying in on. But we'll show that to you on day 3, I want to say. Okay, good question. But volume AVG is one of the indicators that I use. All right. Okay, everybody, let's jump into the system and show you real life examples how we get to this information. Okay. All right. This is Apple. We're on Apple. Let me clear some things out. All right. So we're on Apple. Okay. Support and resistance, everybody. Support and resistance. I want you to write this down in your handy dandy notebook. Okay. We use on this, you do this on every single stock that you start to look at. Okay. You do these steps I'm about to tell you right now. Okay. The first thing first, you look here at the 3-year, 1 week time frame. Okay, so you see why I got this highlighted. We go right here, we go to the 3YW. The 3Y stands for 3 years of historical data. It's gonna go back 3 years in time. The 1 week represents, each candlestick represents 1 week. 1 week, okay? So that's 5 days of trading. 5 days of trading, 1 week. All right, that's the first thing that you do when you're drawing your support and resistance. Okay, that's the first thing you do. All right, so when you're drawing your support and resistance, the way that we find out what's support and resistance, we want to focus on levels or prices that have been hit multiple times. So for example, if I come up here, I draw a line right here and say this is a resistance level. Chris, why is it a resistance level? If I look right here, I see we have that this spot has been hit multiple times. It was hit right here. Let me zoom in some so you guys can really see that. So right here, okay, we see that it was hit right here, tried to hit it right here, couldn't break above it right here, couldn't break above it right here, come over here, couldn't break above it, come over here, couldn't break above it, okay? It was hit almost 6-7 times and could not break above it. Now keep in mind, this is the 1 week. This is the 1 week time frame. Each candlestick represents 1 week of buying and selling. So it couldn't break above this. So therefore we know that this is a strong level of resistance, a strong level of resistance. Every time it hit this level, it falls down some, comes back up and hit it again, falls down some, hit it again, falls down some, hit it again, falls back down some. Okay, that makes sense right there? That's why that would be a strong level of resistance. All right, let's keep going. Now, let's see if we can find a level of support. Let's look right here. Okay, right there. This level right here, you can do the wicks or you can do the body. Doesn't really matter. Right here, it was hit. One time it was hit. 2 times it was hit. Sorry. So hit right here 1 time, hit right there 1 time, hit right there 1 time, hit right there 1 time, hit right here. That's 5 weeks of being hit right there. Let's go back here, was hit. Hit right here, hit right here, hit right here. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it hit that level and could not break it. Come over here. Let's go back a little bit farther in time and see if it hit that level again before. So this right here is in like July time frame. Let's go back some. And as you see right here, it's 140, 114 is the kind of that level kind of, right? Come right here, hit right here, couldn't break above it, hit right here, couldn't break above it. What I'm basically showing you is the stock hit these levels multiple times and it could not break it. Okay, sometimes back here in the past, I go right here, back here in February 2021, this was resistance, right? But over here, right here in October 2021, is support. Y'all see that? Give me a one if y'all see how it changed from support and resistance. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. So what happened is, if you look back here, and you might say, Chris, how do you know what's the date? Look down here at the bottom. You see where it says 21, and it's February, March, April, May. These are the months. So right here, February 2021, you can see that the level 141 was a resistance level because it hit right here. It hit right here. It hit right here, couldn't break it. Hit right here, couldn't break it, and so on and so on. Then we come over here, it's trying to break it, never really touched it. So it's resistance right here. But over here is support. It bounced off of it, bounced, 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 all over here, bounce, 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 bounce. It could not break that 141 level. It transitioned from resistance to support. All right. Okay, so that's the level of support for me or resistance for me. Okay. Let's keep looking. Let's see if we see anything else. Let's look right here. Right here. This is a level. Why is this a level, Chris? Bounce 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It bounced off of that 120 something level. 20 weeks it bounced off of that 6 weeks it bounced off of that 120 level and could not break. That's for support. That's a strong level of support because historical data is telling us, listen, it's bouncing off of this 120 for 1 week. It bounced off for 2 weeks. It bounced off for 3 weeks. It bounced off for 4 weeks. It's not breaking this level. So we want to pay attention to it and see what's going to happen when it hits this level. Okay. All right, it's hitting those levels, y'all. Does that make sense so far? We're looking for levels that are being hit multiple times. Levels that is being hit multiple times. All right. Let's keep going. Now, that's the 1 year, 1 week, and I can draw a lot more. Like I can draw this level right here. Do fast. I can draw this level. It hit 1 week, hit 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? I can draw that level. I can go back in more time and draw differently. I can draw this level right here. Because it hit. Okay, I can draw that level. I can draw a level right here. Because it hit, finally broke through. Okay. Then it fell back down. This is an example of a hole in the ceiling right here. Okay, this is an example of a hole in the ceiling. It was hitting this resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance. Okay, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance, hitting resistance. It boom, it broke through resistance. And the next thing you know, it fell right back down this hole through the hole in the ceiling and went all the way back down to that support. Y'all see that hole in the wall and the hole in the ceiling example right there? Perfect example of a hole in the ceiling right there. Y'all see it? Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, now let's move down. So after you did the 3 year, 1 week, you did the 3 year, 1 week. Now it's time to go to the 1 year, 1 day. The 1 year, 1 day. The 1 year, 1 day. Okay. So boom. Guess what happened though? We go to the 1 year, 1 day. Your lines follow you. Your lines come with you. They're gonna always be with you. They're your best friend. They're your best friend. They're gonna always be there with you until you remove them. Okay. So what we come here, we do here, we come here and we draw more levels again. Same thing. We find levels that were hit multiple times. Okay, I can come right here, draw a level. I saw it right here, so I drew that level right there. If I go right there, that's the level. It hit right there twice too. You know, then we hit on this area right here too. Okay, draw more levels. Okay, let's find some more levels. Let's see what we got here on this 1 year. This is the 1 year, 1 day. 1 year, 1 day. All right, we come right here. Say, Chris, why is that a level? Look right here. Hit 1 time right here. Hit 2 times right here. Hit 3 times right here. 4, 5, 6, 7 times right there. Okay, and then we chilling some over here as well. You see how it's hitting those levels? Okay, that's support and resistance. You draw as many levels as possible on the 3 year, 1 week, 1 year, 1 day, and then you go, and I can draw more levels, but I'm just kind of showing you guys this at a high level. Then you can drill down some more. The last drill down is the 180 day, 4 hours. Go back 180 days and 4 hours of time. Okay, and then we come here, do the exact same thing. We're looking for levels that were hit multiple times. When we say multiple times, looking like anything anywhere from 2 to 3 times. We're looking at those levels. So we come right here, boom, it's a level that stands out to me. Immediately, this stood out to me. Right here, that stood out to me. Okay. And as you can see, our levels that moved over, we had this level right here the whole time. It come down to this level, bounce off of this level right here, and it shot up to this resistance level. It fell back down to the support level, shot up to this resistance level, boom, 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 fell back down to the support level. Broken. You see how the support levels and resistance levels are like golden, almost golden levels to give you understanding of what happened previously, to give you some indication of what could potentially happen in the future. Okay, y'all with me? Right, good stuff. When I learned support and resistance, I became a profitable trader. All right, let's dig down to a little bit more examples. Let's go back to that 1 year, 1 day. Okay, now I make all my decisions based off of the 1 year, 1 day. Okay, this is what I want to show you guys. How can you use support and resistance? How can you use support and resistance to trade stock options? All right. If I only had support and resistance and I want to use it to trade stock options, what would I do? Or what can I do? All right. Take a look here. If I go back here to July 14, 2020. Let me zoom in. Look at this right here. I have this as a level of support, okay? This is a level of support. I'm actually going to clear all my levels of support right quick. Okay. Look right here. Do you guys see why this is a level of support right here? Level of resistance. Look at that. Do you guys see how many times it hit this area again, came to this area again, came to the area, fell back down, came to the area, fell down, and it finally broke out of that area, and it came down to this area again and went down. You guys see that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this as a level of resistance all the way in February 2021. Okay? I mean, July 2021, draw this as a level of resistance, okay? Now, I drew this as a level of resistance. I want to show you guys something. If I go all the way over here, now this is July 2021 when I drew this based off of July 2021. I come all the way over here. come all the way over here to November 2021. Look what happened. November 2021, it broke through resistance, right? It broke through resistance. When it broke through resistance, what did it do? That thing broke through resistance and ultimately shot all the way up here to 182. All up here to 182. Okay. Now, on the way up, it came to 182. It fell down some. Boom, we would have made that level of support. It came back up to this 182. It fell down, made it to the level of support because it bounced off this level, went back up. And then something happened. This thing came breaking down, down. And it came to 155 and it stopped short of 155, right? When it stopped short of 155, it came to 155, it bounced, and it went all the way back up here to 175, okay? Next thing you know, time passed, it comes down, up, comes down, and next thing you know, February 28th, 2022, what happens? This thing comes all the way back down here to the same support level that we had drawn all the way from July 2021, okay? The last time this stock came close to this 150, what did it do? It bounced at 155 and went up, right? But when the last time it hit 150, it bounced from here and went all the way up to what? 182, right? So boom, check this out. If we see that this stock is coming back towards 150, and the last time it was at 150, it bounced and went to 182. What am I thinking in my head when it comes to 150 this time?
Buy. You think about buying something.
I'm thinking about buying something as a call based off of what? Historical data tells me whenever it comes around this 150 area, it has bounced over the last, what, year or so. So boom, it went up to 170. So we could have took this from 152 and rolled this thing up to 165 or something. That's a lot of money. All because we knew when it comes close to this 150 area, it's the perfect buying opportunity. Okay. Now it hit this 170 area, falls back down to 150. If this stock hits 150 again, what are you thinking about doing?
I'm gonna sell a Buick and sell it and put it on the buy.
Bye.
I'm going to buy based off of what? Historical data. Because what has historical data told us? Right here it told us. All over here back in July, it told us it couldn't break 150. It finally broke 150 right around here in November. It went to 182. When it came to 155, it shot up. When it came back down to 152, it shot up. Now it's at 150. What do you think it's going to do? A high probability trade tells us this. No one is absolutely correct no time. No one is always right. But a high probability trade tells us when it freaking comes to 150, bet your bottom dollar, lick your chips, we finna go for a ride. And what did it do? Take off the 180. Oh my gosh. All because you knew that 150 was a perfect buying opportunity for you. And the only way you knew that was because you looked at support and resistance, which only means historical data of entries and exits. That's what support and resistance is. It gives you historical data of places where people bought in it, where people sold it. Historical data is telling us on Apple, whenever Apple comes to 150, this is an opportunity to potentially buy, especially if we get good news around that buying area. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Like boom in your face. Take that. All right. Okay. Boom. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, right here, same thing. Same thing right here. We went up and now we're coming back towards 150. What am I going to do at 150? I'm going to be looking to buy. But oh, Chris, it went down. Okay, I said a stop loss. If it breaks that 150, 149, I said a stop loss, get out. I lose a couple dollars. That's all. But look what I made here off this 150. But right here, when it broke 150, if it breaks 150, I want to get out. Boom, it broke 150. Now I'm out. Lost a couple dollars. But I made big money right here and only lost a few dollars right here. Y'all with me? 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 Now, real time, real life, right now, look where Apple is sitting at. Apple's at 145, sitting close to that 150. If we get good news, so now this is a part of the story, I'm kind of going off topic here, but if we get some more good positive news about this market's about to possibly go up and interest rates are going to stay only going to be 2.5 basis hikes, and you guys understand the lingo I just said later on, we see this thing cross 150. Guess what Jack doing? Done did it. I'm buying a freaking call, 2-3 week expiration out on Apple, and let's go. Let's ride. Let's go. Let's ride. Let's go. Let's take this thing go. But where are we going to take it to, Chris? Where are we going to take it to, Chris? Great question. We got levels of resistance from what? Historical data. The first time it bounced off of here, it came up here and it went here and it stopped right there for a second. It came up here, boom. So this is my first level of resistance. So if it breaks 150, I'm looking for it to come somewhere around here. But let me see if I can find some more. It's another level. Why is this a level? Right here one time, right here one time, right here one time, right here. So boom, if it break 150, I want to take it from 150 to 155. From 155 to possibly somewhere around 160 area. Okay, that's kind of how you would trade it. And we're gonna get into all that in a little bit later on. But that's what you're looking at. That's how you draw your levels. Okay, boom. So you hear saying in the Discord chat, hey, Apple break 150, I may get a 2-week expiration, taking it to 155. I'm telling you guys right there in the chat, hey, listen, I'm looking to get in the Apple. If it break 150, I'm probably gonna hold it to 155. If we get to 155, I'm gonna get out and take my profits. That's what we tell you in the Discord chat. Okay, but we don't just tell you that so you can follow us. We teach you how to fish. All right, we teach you how to fish. Okay, all right, JT, I'm going to pass it along because she's a beast with supporting and resistance as well. But I want you guys to learn from what we just heard. No matter what stock you're doing, no matter if you're day trading, swing trading, scalping, no matter what, you do these same steps. 3 year, 1 week, do your support and resistance, your levels on that. The 1 year, 1 day, you do your support and resistance levels on that. Your 180 day, 4 hour, you do your support and resistance on that as well. And now you have, thank you, Jadisha, put in the chat. Now you have your strong levels of support and resistance. These are your strong levels. The strong levels these are where the buyers are. The big boy buyers are at these levels. They're buying at these levels and they're selling at these levels. If these levels are broken, they can indicate this is going to be good or this can be negative. All right. All right, JT, I'm going to pass along to you to talk about support and resistance some more.
All right. Let's see. Actually, guys, we'll throw out a stock and we'll pick one from there. Put it in the chat. You can blurt it out, and we'll just
AMD.
AMD. Okay.
AMD.
All right. Let me share my
That's
screen.
Grindaholic. That's Grindaholic. I know, is it NVIDIA Grindaholic stock? I think it's NVIDIA. Maybe NVIDIA or AMD. But AMD. Let's go. Oh, let me do the thing, JT. Sorry, I got you on.
No problem.
Hey, there you go. You good now.
All right. So we're gonna look at AMD. So as Chris did, we're gonna start with our weekly chart. So again, each candle represents 1 week of opening and closing. So of price action. Price action just means what the candle is actually doing throughout the time frame of that candle. So we see AMD, made a high of 164.46 back in November. So we can mark that just because, even though it's not way up there, we can still mark it just because. All right, from here, I'm gonna ask you guys to participate with me. What level stands out to you most in this area right here, in this current time? What level stands out to you most?
I would say 90.
90? Okay, let's go with 90. So let's see here. So it's not right. It's 90 or 7, same thing. We'll just leave it right there.
Got one, somebody said 100 in the chat, 110. So 100 and 110.
Okay, we're gonna mark all those. So that's basically 110, and then we're gonna go with 100.
Yep. Somebody said, I think 80.
80.
Yeah, I can see 80's resistance somewhere. Yeah, there's something. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with those right there. Good, awesome levels, actually. Awesome levels. I'm gonna start with the 100 level that someone blurted out. So as you see, let me see if I can get something here. All right, as you see on this 100 level, so over here, it came up for a few weeks, stayed right at that 100 level, basically 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, 7 week, 8 week, could not break it. And someone said the 90 level. And what did it do the whole time? It held the 90 level down here. It held it in a sense. It broke it slightly, but it basically held it the whole time. So you know that 90 and 100 level during this time was an awesome level, because once it breaks through, so it came up, broke through our 90 resistance, so it broke through our ceiling. So like Chris was saying, we're not going to buy right away. We want to see it hold it. But it channeled. It made a new high of 100 and it channeled. Channel just means it stayed in between, like bounced in between just those two areas. Just those two areas. So say for instance, you see it, you can even play this, the channel, if that's the type of trader you are. You know that it's holding 90, which is now our new support. It busts through 90, it's our support, it's holding it. You can potentially get in on a candle and get close to 100 and get out, because you know that was the new high. So you will buy at the support, like Chris was mentioning, at 90, potentially try to ride it back up to 100, which is our new resistance, and get out. Also, this 100 level over here. So now let's look over here, just fast forward. It broke through 100, right? Made a new high, which was that 110 area that someone mentioned. Kind of couldn't really break through it, kind of just held it. But what did it do? As 100 became our new support, it held support. So same thing over here. You know, it's holding. You can get in a call here and potentially ride it back up to 110, which is the resistance, which is a $10 move, which is awesome money. Awesome money. Over here, this is how you know 100 is a good level. Look at all these weeks over here, it held 100. Held it, bounced off of it, went up, bounced off of it, went up, bounced. It finally broke it, came back down to our 90 area, kind of broke it, but came right back up to what? 100, right here. Over here too, kind of broke it, couldn't really break it. Now look at this, the 110 area, this current week right here, this candle right here is this week, it held 100. Once it broke 100, it held it and went straight to our 110 area. So again, you could have bought here, a call, and just rode it to 110. Close to 110, like Chris said, give it a little range, may get out at 108, 109, whatever the case may be. but you still made great profits. Does that make sense?
Yep, we got some ones.
Awesome. So let's go down to the 1 year, 1 day chart. All right. So of course the levels go with us. So as you see, this is just a smaller time frame, of course, from the weekly chart. Every candle now represents just 1 day of price action. So from open to close, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is each one of these candlesticks. So if we're looking over here, let's look, like we said, when it finally broke our 100 level, we knew it held right here. It held, let's see, it held our 90 area. So we see it hold it, and like someone was mentioning earlier, how many times do you want to see it test? It tested 1 time, 2 times. Okay, this 3rd time, okay, it's holding really good. That's a great level of support. I may get in this call right here and ride it back up to 100. Boom, get out.
Yep.
Around this area. Even if you're measuring it off another candlestick, sometimes you can look at other candlesticks and you want to get out right here. Not quite 100, but that could be your exit right here. But you would get out close to the 100 area. All right. Now it busts through 100. You don't want to enter right away. Like Chris said, you want to see the retest. It busts through, but it holds. Now our 100 level becomes support. Since it busts the resistance as 100, now it's support. The candlestick held it, 3rd time, 3 times. Okay, I want to get in. I buy a call. I know that 110 is our other resistance from the other chart that we were just on. So I'm going to get in on this candle and I'm going to try to ride it close to 110 as possible. Boom.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Do you see that? Look at that story. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the outburst. Go ahead, JT.
No. Hey, they told us these levels. So listen.
Listen. They picked the stop, right?
Right.
They said the levels, and look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. And like that confirmation, like somebody said, how many times? 2, 3 times. And each time, 1, 2, 3rd time. Boom. 1, 2, 3rd time. Okay. This is a really good level. Let me try and ride it up. Boom. Both times. Great profits.
Yep. Oh, Ray has a question, JT.
Okay, go ahead.
See, right there, what is that? I guess May 23rd, where the 100 is kind of the ceiling. Couldn't we also buy a put and play for it go down back to the 90 and win off that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I remember Chris said he wins on both sides. So I was thinking like, okay, we can buy at the high on the ceiling and win money as it goes down to the floor, which would be the 90 in that May area, the 16th to the 23rd, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Exactly. So let me show you right here. Like right here.
Yes.
You see, yep, exactly what you were saying, right? It couldn't break through. It tried it again, kinda. You could have got in and rolled it back down to your 90 area.
Beautiful, Chris. I agree. Thank you, JT.
JT, show them the one on 516 too.
516.
One on 516 where it actually broke through, right? It broke through right here. Go to the other one beside it. So,
go ahead, say that one more time.
Go to the one right, the candlestick, the next candlestick.
Right here.
So right here, y'all, take a look at this. That green candlestick right here where JT's at. We know we at a support level, right? So it broke through our support level. Okay. So it went up, broke through our support level. But remember, our resistance level. But remember, there's a hole in the wall, right? Remember that hole in the ceiling. It came back and fell through the hole in the ceiling, right? The next candlestick, so it broke through that ceiling. The next candlestick tried to test that 100 again and could not go through. And then boom, it flooded.
Yep. Tried to test it right here.
Yep. It tried to go back and test it and flooded.
And that could have been your entry, or this candle right here, like Chris is saying, and ride it right back down to 90. And it what it do? Bounce. Stay right there.
That first of all, that's amazing. But okay, so now when you saying $10 moves, right? I think I see what you're saying. We basically either standing on the seller side or the buyer side. depending on where we are in support and resistance. So we're making the money up and down. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. But if we got 100 shares buying an option and this thing going up $5, ain't that $5 time each 100?
Man, you just said something. What he just said, JT? What he just said, JT?
He said money.
Money. That's what he said. Money. That's what he just said. Out of everything he said money.
That's exactly what you said. Yes, money. Exactly. It like, because you know, if you buy a regular share of AMD, say it's at, okay, up here you see it closed at 106.30 up here at top of me right here where I'm drawing at. If it only moved $5, if you got a regular share, you only get paid $5. But like you said, if it's options, that $5 move is way more money. Way, because you got the 100 shares that as you mentioned. Way more money.
So that's 500 going all the way up, 500 going all the way down, because I got 100.
Yeah, and Chris would jump into how you calculate you know what you're gonna possibly make off of each dollar move. It's a little bit later, but we definitely will show you that.
Hey, I have a question if I can. All right, going back to the 516, right? I'm Michael, the one that was asking about the test. So when it broke through, if we didn't give it that third test, we would have lost money if we was going to try to do the call, right? So it broke through, so it tested once and it rejected, tested twice and rejected. So, but if that was green, if those were two greens on the third one, you would jump in. But since it was red, you would leave it alone.
So even though it's red, it kind of, you still can make money.
Okay.
Again, you know, red just opens up here and it made the high. So say you got out right here because the previous candle closed right here.
Okay.
So let's make this a level.
Excuse me.
Just to show you. So say you got in and got that $3 move, it opened up here, came all the way up here. And say if you were just in it for a little bit, you know that 103.33 was the high of the previous day. You could say, let me get out of there. This is my resistance now. The previous day's high.
Got you. Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Excuse me, I can't see. I've been trying to see for a little bit. Can you like bring the mate over to the left just a little bit? Because I've been, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. I missed like the last 3-4 minutes, but I just been listening to it, but I can see it now. Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. Did you want me to go over anything?
No, you're fine. I appreciate it. I was just listening, but I just wanted to see at the same time. Thank you.
Okay. Did you see that example right there where my guy was saying, you know,
I missed that.
He was saying, you know, it broke through here. So it broke through our resistance. And he was saying, okay, you want to see it hold that. Now the resistance becomes support. You want to see it hold that before you get in.
Okay.
But say if you're just trying to get a quick move, say you're on this day, this red candle.
Right.
You know, the previous day, since the green candle opens down here, goes down, comes up, closes up here. Even if you put the close, you can put it 2 levels. You can make it right here if you want to too, because it closed right there. But if you got in, you know, the red candle opens right here, goes all the way up. If you just want to get a quick move, you can get out at 102.50 or 103.33.
Okay, I see where you're at.
And then you see how it wicked through it, kinda, and came right all the way back down.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
No problem.
I got a question. Yeah, how many times, or I mean, is there like a limit for the candle for it to break the resistance or support? Like, let's say if it touches it like 2 to 3 times, after that, is it most likely to break it, or how do you define that?
In most cases, if it touches it. So for instance, let's look right here. Let me zoom in. All right, so you see right here, these count. Oh, sorry. All right, so you see these 3 candles right here?
Yes.
All right, so this kind of came down to 100. This one, it went lower, closer to 100, and this one came to 100. And what did it do?
It broke. Okay.
And now what did it do? Now it's playing as resistance.
Oh, okay, okay.
Back up, couldn't break it back up, couldn't break it back up, still couldn't, came back down some more to our next level of support, the 90 area.
Is that 5 minutes?
This is the daily chart.
Daily, okay.
We can go to the 5-minute chart real fast. Let's see.
Hold on, JT, before you go to the 5-minute chart. Somebody had a question.
Okay.
Said 5-4 onwards, there is volume, but stock is going down. Can you please explain?
5-4?
Yeah, I can take this if you want me to.
Okay.
Yeah. So 5-4. You look at 5-4, that big candlestick right there. Okay, we know a green candlestick opens at the bottom, right? It shot all the way down, Then some crazy volume came out of nowhere and boom, shot all the way up. So that means for that day, the market was bipolar. Okay, that's what it was. The market fell down from 98 all the way down to 90. Then it went from 90 all the way back up to the 100. Okay, that's volume. That was big boy volume. The next day, you get more volume and the market goes down. You get more volume next day, it goes up, it goes down. The market in this time frame was very, very, very sketchy and it was uncertain. Either people didn't know if they was buying, they was selling. That's just called understanding the story the market was doing. We went through almost like a week of that, JT. The market just, it may be up 1 minute, down the next minute. The next day, one day it run up $10, the next day it fall down $10. We didn't know. It's just all about what the market was doing.
Yep. And that's when those levels come in handy.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna skip past the 4 hour. I'm gonna go to the 5 minute just to show you intraday for a second. Let's go to the 4 hour just to make some levels on that. All right. So first thing that sticks out to me on this 5 minute chart, this is the 5 minutes. So each candle represents, of course, 5 minutes of price action, what the candle is doing. So just 5 minutes only. What sticks out to me is around this area. Only reason because what I saw first was that it hit it up here, came back down, tried to hit it again, came back down, tried to hit it again, came back down. So I know that, for instance, if this is 107.05, so 107 area, say it's this time of the day right here. Okay, this candlestick is forming. It hits it, couldn't break it, come down. We can draw a level right there too, just because. So it's channeling in between, came down, bounced. I know right here, this candle is channeling. It hit it one time right here, tried to come again, hit it, tried to come again right here. I know that I could possibly get into a call. This is intraday trading. So intraday just means like during the day, during the trading hours, possibly be in it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever the case may be. But you're not in it for like a day or 2 days, 3 days. That's swing trading, when you're in it for multiple days or weeks. Day trading is just when you're in it for that day, between 9:30 and 4 p.m. And scalping is when you're in it from like a quick move, seconds to a few minutes. That's what scalping is. So say, for instance, this could be considered scalp/day trade. So say if you got in, you know it, hit it right here. It hit it multiple times over here too. Also, it hit it right here. So you say, okay, you want to see this candle, this next candle, which is this one. This may be your entry. It breaks above that wick, and you know it already held our support, which it held over here, held over there. It broke it a little bit, came back up though, held it. So you see this candle going back up. This may be your entry to get in, and you want to ride it back up to that 107. And when it got to that 107, these two candles close, what did it do? Come back down a little bit, came right back up to 107, couldn't break it, came back down almost to our 105.85, and just kind of just consolidated. And consolidate just means is it can't make a decision. Buyers and sellers, they both, it's unpredictable right now. It's not going really in neither direction. It's just choppy. Does that make sense? So that's how you can use it. And then for put side right here, you knew that this was a level. It was a level over here, came back down, a level right here too. So now you're looking at, okay, and a level right here. You're looking at it, it tried to break it one time, kind of broke it, came back down, try to break it again over here, came back down. So now you're looking, okay, this is later in the day, 5-minute chart. I know that previously, earlier in the day, couldn't break it really. When it broke it, look what it did right here too. Came right back down to, once it broke resistance, now it's our support. Bounced right off it perfectly, went up, made a new high. But we're gonna look right here. Couldn't break it 3 times. That's your confirmation, 3 candles. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get in, ride that baby back down to support, 105.85. But what did it do? Bounced off of perfectly, went right back up.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, the levels are phenomenal. Listen, when you get the levels down pat, it's just like, man, they can't stop me now.
And that's just chapter 1. We ain't even put in chapter 2. That's just chapter 1. That's off the support and resistance. That's crazy. Somebody had a question, JT. They said, this is a good question. Why doesn't the candlestick open where it closed at?
Because so if the
daily
candlestick
chart
on a daily chart, so
think about the daily chart. So why does it not open where it closed at?
All right, so let's look. Let's zoom in. So, okay, so let's look at this big green candle. It opened right here, right? Let me get it. It opened down here, went all the way up, made this high, and closed right here. This candle the next day opened right here. And the reason why it doesn't, because in the after hours, so once the market closes and before the market opens, so after the market closes, so from 4 to about 7, 8-ish, you can see what's going on, like from people just buying regular shares. And then early in the morning, like 5 o'clock a.m. to 9:30 when the market opens, same thing. That's the pre-market. So depending on what people are doing, buying and selling during that time, that's why it doesn't open and close at the same price, because people are buying and selling still actively regular shares, not options trading. Options trading is only from 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can still buy regular shares during the after hours and pre-market time. So that's why it doesn't open and close at the same level, because depending on, who's in that stock at that time. News may play a part. If AMD said, oh, we got this new chip, it may shoot up. People just buy. So it may not open at that price. Or they say, oh, this chip is bad, it may shoot down. So it won't open, at that same price that it closed at. Does that make sense?
Mr. JT.
Yes, sir.
So I learned a trick. Somebody told me that gaps always got to get closed. So in a case like that, if in the morning somebody said the AMD chip was the greatest thing in sliced bread, and then we got this big old gap upward, like.
So they don't always have to get closed. Most of the time they do, whether it's a gap up or a gap down. Most of the time they get filled. So let's say, for instance, so say right here. So let's look at AMD. Let me zoom in a little bit. You see how this is the last candle of the day. This is 3:55, 4 o'clock candle. So let's make a line right there. So AMD closed at that area, right? At the 109 area-ish.
Okay.
After hours, it played with the area, couldn't break it, kind of broke it, but held it. Now, of course, resistance becomes support. And what did it do? Held support, held it now, held it, came back down, came down, all the way down. And AMD opened on this candle. So it opened on this candle, came all the way back down, all the way down here, because the green starts right there, comes down, shoots up, closes right there. So you know that it's a gap to 109. It came all the way down to 10, what's that? I can't even see it. 105.17. So say, for instance, you say, okay, let me see, it may fill the gap. Now, it did fill the gap in this case. It went past the gap.
Right.
It went past. So sometimes it does fill it, but then it came right back down. So sometimes it does fill it, sometimes it doesn't, but you can play it like that. And like, for instance, the 107 level, we had 107 already from somewhere. So say if you even get in on this 107 level, you see it try to break through right here, this candle, try to break through this candle, couldn't stay up there, came down, but then this candle held our 107 level, and you still looking at that gap to 109 from yesterday. So this big boy candle right here, you can get in and try to ride it back up to that gap fill, if you don't want to mess with all this down here.
Gotcha.
All right. Was there any other questions?
I think we had a few. Hold on, JT.
Okay.
Go back up. Why doesn't the candlestick stick stars? No, that's already answered. That one you just answered. So you don't make any decisions until consolidation is over.
Yep. And Chris is definitely going to jump into that and show you when is the best time to make a decision. So he'll show you some things later, some things to add on the chart, which shows you like, okay, this is decision-making time. That's what he's going to call it, decision-making time. And consolidation, you don't want to get in that mess. It's just choppy. It can go either way. You want to see a trend. You want to see it either trending up, or see how I started trending up a little bit and then it started trending down. And we'll show you guys, how to determine when that decision can be made.
Yep. That's good stuff. Good stuff. JT, somebody else can you do one more example? They asked for one more example.
Okay. So another stop.
Yeah, another stop.
Okay, let's go to Tesla. I already had these lines on Tesla, so let's look at this. Yeah, we can look at this. All right, so I already had these lines from whenever. So let's say, all right. So this is a 5-minute chart again, guys. So Tesla opened at this candle. And we got 714.81, so about 715, 731, 699, basically let's say 700 area. And these are lines that I already had. I'm just going to show you an example from this. So for instance, say we want to wait, you don't want to get in right at the open. You want to see what the market's going to do. You want to make a decision. And like I said, we'll show you how to determine decision-making time, but you want to just wait and see what it's going to do. Find a trend. So Tesla opened, tried to get up here to our 745 area. Couldn't really make it. Came back down to our 731 area, which is now support. Broke all the way through there. Now it's at 715 that we got right here. Hit it one time. Hit it a second time. So you want to see that confirmation of 2 or more times. In that case, you know that this is a strong level of support for the intraday trading, which is day trading again. And now we can try to ride it from the 715 all the way back up to 731. What did it do? Kind of broke through our resistance, but we probably would have been out around here, kind of because that's our resistance area. Made a hole, and what did the hole do? The ball came right back down to our 715 area. Held it, 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 4 candles. Finally broke it. Support was strong for 4 candles during the day, but it wasn't strong enough. Came right back down. Tried to go to our next support. Didn't quite make it, but what did it do? Bounced up. Now this support that was 715 that it broke through is now resistance, of course. Couldn't break it. Couldn't break it. Couldn't break it. All these candles. Tried to break it, kind of broke it, made a hole. 715 came right back down, almost close to our next support again, and kind of just played in between. And I hope that makes sense.
Yep. I say, Mr. 305, he smell a put on Tesla Monday morning.
Don't make me look. Don't make me look.
I know, right? No.
I try to leave Tesla alone. Tesla hurt my feelings most of the time.
All right, man. Tesla had you happy for 1 second. The next second, you were highly upset, extremely upset.
He ain't lying. But I hope that helped you guys. Thank you. And I'm gonna turn it back over to Chris.
All right, thank you, JT.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, listen, talk to me. Give me I know this is just day one and you probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed, right? But talk to me. Tell me how you feeling. Give me a 1 if you're feeling okay. Give me a 2 if you feeling lost. Give me a 3 if you in between. 3's in between. Got some 3s, got some 1s and 3s. Okay, like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Remember, this is a new language to you. All right. I want you to go back and rewatch this video. Okay, go back and rewatch the video. Watch this class. You're gonna get some gems out of it. If you want to take the first part of the self-paced course as well, tomorrow you will have access to it. So this is the next step. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, by 11 a.m., I will send you this recording. Okay, day 1, class 1 recording. Listen closely. Please check your spam folders. It may go to your spam folder. Okay, so if 11 o'clock comes and you do not see email from me, go to your spam folder, okay, because it may go there. And it will have instructions on how to get into the portal. All right, have instructions on how to get into the portal, okay? And you just follow those instructions, and then you will see date. You will see it. It'll probably say June class day 1 replay. You can watch the video, watch the replay. If you want to go back and watch May, April, February, January, you can go back and watch all of those. You can get a jump start on day 2. Go watch May day 2 or April day 2. You can get a jump start on there, okay? And that's the link right there where JT just put into the chat. That's the link that JT just put into the chat. Also, what I want everybody to do, if you are not a part of my Facebook group that I have created for the challenge that I'm doing, I want you to go ahead and join that Facebook group now, because that's where I'm going to be posting everything. I want you guys to follow along to make that 100K in 100 days. Let me give that link to you right quick. 1 second.
Yeah, I'm super tired. I'm sleeping, buddy.
You sleeping? Wake up. I know sleeping. Wake up. You're not sleepy. You don't even know I'm talking to. Do it. All right. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna send. How do I send the link? Where's the link? I don't know where the link is. 1 second. But yeah. Okay. 1 second. Give me one more while I get this for y'all. Then we can do our wrap up. JT, anything that you want to say before we wrap up for the night?
No. Awesome class. I'm glad you guys are getting it. If you have any questions, feel free, to ask at any time. And I appreciate you all. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody.
All right, good stuff. And where is this thing? 1 second. And when you're looking for something you don't need, it's right there in front of your face. But as soon as you need it, you can't find it. It's crazy. Oh, there, I got it. All right. Here is the link, everyone. Here is the link. I'm putting in the Discord. I'm putting in not the Discord, but I'm putting in the chat right now. That's the link. I just put it in the group box. Everyone, please click that link. If you're not a part of that link, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, please click that, because I want you guys to see. I'm going to have like breakdowns in there, things that's not going to be in the Discord chat. It's going to be over there in that Facebook group. This is, I'm going to do breakdowns, going to have some Zoom calls and things of that nature. So just make sure that you guys get in that. But listen, so this is day 1. Day 2 starts tomorrow. We're going to start with chapter 2, go to chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4 tomorrow. Also, same time, the link is the same link for the classroom. Just hit that link, you can join in. You will receive an email from me. Check your spam folder. I hope everyone enjoyed day 1. We got a lot more to do on this journey, but listen, this is the first step. This is the Tevin Campbell stage, and this is the Tevin Campbell and Ed Sheeran stage right now that we're in, okay? Listen to those songs. Go listen to Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? Go listen to Ed Sheeran, Perfect. Go listen to New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? And go listen to Babyface, Every Time I Close My Eyes, okay? I want you to listen to that. Y'all, new world. It's a new world, okay? Join the Facebook chat. Let's get it. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Until next time, thank y'all for everything.
Thank you guys. Good night.